same number of YouTube subscribers as One Direction, but he's far from a household name. He's the new breed of celebrity bringing social media success into mainstream stardom. Tonight, our colleague and Yahoo Global News anchor Katie Couric goes behind the scenes with 26-year-old internet megastar PewDiePie for our series Social Stars.
Hello.
Adele's latest album may be breaking records, but when it comes to the world of YouTube, Adele, Taylor Swift, and Beyonce combined can't top this guy's numbers.
Can't even fight my mom.
I want that gorgeous mouth.
PewDiePie!
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie!
PewDiePie.
They call him PewDiePie.
Yes.
Hey man, you want to go on a date?
Famous for recording himself playing video games.
Oh my God.
What the I can't fight a beast now?
How did you get the name PewDiePie?
It's like any gamer, I guess. We all have our nicknames. I would nick Pewdie, because Pew, like the lasers, pew pew. And I would yell out, PewDiePie, whenever I did well in games. And people would just laugh, and I just went with it.
They told me I could become anything.
His real name, Felix Kjellberg. The 26-year-old online gamer currently has the most popular channel on YouTube with over 40 million subscribers. His videos now seen over 10 billion times. When the numbers started to climb, though, I mean, it must have been a little mind-blowing for you, was it?
I never expected it. I've never been the popular guy or whatever, so to all of a sudden be in the situation where there's so many people who loves what you do and appreciates what you do, that's amazing, and I couldn't be happier about it.
Oh, look at that ass.
It all started 5 years ago when the Swedish gamer began uploading videos of himself playing games along with some colorful commentary.
My naval use is not 8, it's at least 7.5.
People watch for many different reasons. Maybe you watch someone else play a game because you want to learn about the game, you want to become better at the game. It's kind of like you watch sports, I would say. But for me, it's different. I think no one watches me to get better at games. People watch me to just be entertained and feel like they're hanging out.
Never let go.
That you're like their friend. You're hanging out with they're hanging out with their friend.
In a sense, yeah. That's part of the appeal, yeah.
What's the other part?
Well, it's funny, I hope.
Don't patronize me, Hasselhoff. I can do it too.
And PewDiePie has now turned his millions of views into a profit.
It's coming from my knee.
His monthly earnings estimated to reach up to $1.4 million.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
I guess for a whole host of reasons, you decided, I'm going to quit school and I'm going to start making these videos, right?
I just felt like I was on the wrong path in life. It wasn't really what I wanted to do. And I saw that there was this opportunity over here that seemed insane and it seemed too good to be true, but I wanted to give it a shot at least. And I'm here now, and I'm lucky it worked out.
I feel so freaking pumped to play this game.
What did your parents think? I know your parents are quite successful kind of corporate executive types, I understand. And how did they feel when you said, hey, this is what I want to do? Did they think you were nuts?
I think any parents would think that, yeah. But I think once they saw the fans' reactions, they understood that it meant so much to so many people what I was actually doing. That's when they realized, okay, this is actually a thing. It's
a trend that's now being referred to as the Let's Play phenomenon, where watching someone play a video game is as entertaining as playing the game itself. In fact, it's so popular that the website Twitch, which streams live Let's Play videos, has reached the 4th most visited site on the web, above Facebook and Amazon. Meanwhile, the PewDiePie brand continues to grow. This is Katie Couric playing with PewDiePie, and we're playing the game that you actually created. I couldn't call it a day without stepping into PewDiePie's world. Let's go to level 1.
Let's do level 1. I can tell
really?
you're anxious to play.
Yay! What did I just win?
A duck!
A duck!
Yes!
Oh, you want me to go downstairs?
Watch out for the barrel. Watch out for the barrel. Why are you swearing? You can't do that.
Sorry. We're going to have to plate this out. Shoot.
Yeah! Okay.
Where am I going?
Go right, go right.
Wait,
go right.
Ah!
Yes.
Jump.
You're doing amazing. Jump. No, you just gotta tap it.
Oh.
It's okay, you killed my dog, no big deal.
After a few minutes, I realized why so many viewers keep coming back for more.
This is to calm down a little bit.
Okay, sorry. You have a whole group of followers that call themselves
the bro army.
The bros, yes.
So where did this whole bros thing come from?
It started, ironically, a long time ago. I would play horror games. To make myself less scared, I would call him bro.
Oh, bro! Nah, bro.
It just spawned from there.
Even the girls who follow you are called bros,
Yeah,
right?
they like that. No one has a problem with that.
And surprising, perhaps, maybe not to you, but you have a lot of female fans.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Especially with gaming or whatever. I think most people think it's just guys, but it's cool to see that anyone can enjoy it, and I feel like then I've done my job.
This loyal fan base is following him as he launches new ventures.
Am I signing all of these?
His first book, #1 on the New York Times Young Adult Paperback bestseller list. Next year, he'll be releasing a new series on YouTube Red called Scare PewDiePie.
Do you think that at some point you might be too old to be PewDiePie?
I mean, yeah, it seems ridiculous if I'm like, I don't know, 70 and I'm just sitting playing games, commentating like I am now. I feel like already in these 5 years, my content has evolved a lot, and I think it will keep evolving.
Do you see yourself continuing to do this, or do you want to use this as a springboard for other opportunities?
It's true. A lot of people do want to use YouTube as a springboard, and fair play. But for me, it started as a passion for gaming, and that's what I want to keep doing. This is making me so anxious.
For Nightline, I'm Katie Couric in New York.
Hey everybody, PewDiePie here with LOL News. We landed an exclusive interview with PewDiePie himself. PewDiePie, how come you're keeping your dogs in a cage? They're just in a cage. I keep them while I record. For like 5 minutes. This just in, PewDiePie, animal abuser, confirmed. Breaking story, live here at PewDiePie. I'm the one who broke the story. Now we're gonna go to our field guy, Felix. Let's go. Over to you, Felix. Thank you very much, PewDiePie. Hey, can I ask you guys some questions? Do you watch YouTube?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
I don't know.
No idea.
What do you think about PewDiePie?
Not bad.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
PewDiePie is a Nazi. How could you watch him?
His older shit was funny.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions?
Sure, go ahead.
Do you watch YouTube?
Yes.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
Neebs Gaming.
What's that?
I'm joking. PewDiePie.
No, you don't like PewDiePie. He's a terrible YouTuber. Who's really your favorite YouTuber?
Okay, Jack Sexy Guy.
That's right. Do you have a minute to talk about PewDiePie? Good. Keep it that way. Excuse me, do you have a minute? I can ask you some questions.
What would you like to ask?
You two look like you watch a lot of YouTube.
No, none at all. I'm lucky you've
That's
blown
good.
it.
We're LOL News.
Huh?
Very respectable news organization.
Yeah? Uni. Go on, tell
I don't like this attitude of laughing at it. Do you know who PewDiePie is?
Who, what?
That's good. Keep it that way.
Yeah.
No PewDiePie. Thank you.
That's all right.
The older people, the older generation, there is hope. There is, I mean, the younger and the right. I meant the mid-age, lower mid-age. I think there's something wrong with it. As you can see, PewDiePie is clearly causing a division in the world. We understand what all the other news organizations saying. Excuse me, can we ask you a question? Are you busy? What do you think about PewDiePie?
You're the best.
He's the worst. You heard it here first. Thank you. Good man. It's so strange. So many people hate PewDiePie. But he really did nothing wrong. I mean, he did everything wrong. PewDiePie truly is a terrible person. As proven here today by the media. Thank you. What's your favorite YouTuber?
I can't say that, because it's not going to be you.
Do you like PewDiePie?
Like is a strong word.
How dare you say that? How? No! Disgusting.
You're not as funny as iDubbbz.
That's true.
Yeah, boy.
That's all I was paid for. Thank
That's
you.
it. That's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks, man. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Felix, if you don't know, you all know about it. Just do a little fucking.
Come on, let's get real here. You all know about
Felix has closing in on 50 million subscribers. By far the biggest YouTuber.
Oh, that's right. It's coming. It's probably happened already when this shit's up.
Well, yeah. How close are you now?
I don't know.
I mean, you're close. I think you're.
It's getting.
Well, the thing is, close for you is like relevant to another channel is a lot. So I think you're like 800,000 away.
I think
to another channel, it's like, yeah, that will take me a year. But with Felix, it's like, yeah, I'll be there in 3 days.
I think a month.
A month?
A month, yeah.
That's pretty. So Felix is by far the biggest YouTuber.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
And possibly one of the most famous people in the world. Like I really. I don't know
I'm
if you're saying that
definitely
ironically. No, I'm serious. No. Like PewDiePie is a household name at this point. I put you maybe up there on the fame level as like Bruce Willis almost.
No.
You don't put yourself up with Bruce Willis? Like where would you put your fame level in terms of like a movie star?
No fame level at all.
But are you more of a Seth Rogen or maybe like
maybe more like a
Pee Wee Herman?
Now we're talking.
Seth Rogen's pretty famous.
Yeah, no. I think the difference is that you can go out on the street and people will know, oh, I know Will Smith, of course. Everyone knows. But maybe in the YouTube community or the online community, yeah, people know about me. But not everyone is on the internet.
Look how good and trained you are. You're looking at the lens, dude, the whole time.
Thank you. Wait, am I supposed to look at you?
No,
Sorry,
you look wherever you want. Look wherever you want. But
anyway.
For those of you guys who can't see, we have lav mics under our shirt, and we're trying to avoid scratching. Usually we'll set this up with booms and stuff, but because it's on short such notice, Felix is leaving a couple of days.
I'm impressed by the professionalism. It's fine. I got this shirt for free. It's perfect.
Okay, good. Do you get everything for free?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Because the last time I was over here, you had a Pixel phone, and you're like, Google just sent me a Pixel phone. I don't need this.
Yeah.
Does that happen a lot?
I get way too much shit. Michael, you would know. We get so much fucking shit sent to us.
What kind of stuff? Like, what kind of free shit do you get?
Don't you guys get free shit?
Like,
we gotta get on that free shit, boy.
We just started getting free shit. We're not PewDiePie level.
Okay.
I'm not Seth Rogen, Bruce Willis level. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, we got from an advertiser, they sent us a phone, and we were like, that was the first time we got something cool for free.
I have so many
and we're like,
phones.
And we're like, we need to get more famous.
Yeah.
We need more free shit.
Is that why I'm here?
This all helps. Okay. This is all helps, dude.
Well, I love to throw shit away, which is what I've learned through this YouTube experience. It makes me feel so good to just take all these precious items that I know it gets destroyed for me even going near a basket and just shoving it down the
Like valuable shit,
bin.
or we're talking like, oh, Michael's nodding yes, valuable shit.
It's not valuable shit.
Are you afraid
to
that
me
he'll
because
throw
I
you
don't
out?
fucking want it, and people keep sending it. Unsolicited packages is the worst fucking thing. It annoys the hell out of me. I have to go to the post office thinking, oh, here's a package I ordered. No, it's some shit. I got like this fucking, I swear to God, I stood in line for like an hour and I got a YouTube gaming patch.
From who? It sounds
From
like
YouTube Gaming.
It sounds like some Nazi shit. Like what? Are they gonna send you a fucking Star a day?
I don't know why they sent it to me without saying anything. I'm like, oh great, no, I'm so glad. No offense, YouTube, I'm sorry, but seriously.
Nah, fuck them, dude. You know what? I'm tired of their shit. I'm tired of apologizing to them.
Yeah, me too. I just went straight to the trash. I went out, put it in the trash, and then I went home.
Is there anything that other YouTubers do that annoy you?
Oh. Fuck, I wish you asked me that first. I can think about it a little bit. Because there's so much, obviously.
Yeah, I want the whole, let's start from the top, baby. Let's go.
I don't know. What the fuck? I think what came to mind right ahead was like the double-sided, two-facedness, I guess. A lot of people act one way online and then offline. They're the worst fucking person you've ever had to interact with.
You've had bad interactions with YouTubers who like...
Well, not bad, but it's kind of like they're so bad that they don't realize they're bad, so you just kind of laugh at them while they're bad. Does that make any sense?
In a way. Can you be more specific?
Well, just like a YouTuber you used to look up to.
Okay.
And then because you watch them, I watched a lot of YouTubers myself. And then, you get in this position, you're PewDiePie, you can meet all these other YouTubers.
Right.
And then you meet them and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Ray William Johnson. It's Ray William Johnson.
Damn it. I've actually never met Ray.
I've never met Ray either.
But there are quite a few people that I met, and I'm like, holy shit, this person's a fucking asshole.
You know what's interesting? Of all the YouTubers we've come and meet, everyone's been pretty nice.
Yeah, no, well, to be fair, like, I even met, what's his name, Yusef or whatever, and I'm like...
Oh, FouseyTube.
Fousey,
so that's,
yeah. I met him for 5 minutes, I'm like, well, I've got nothing to say, really,
Yeah.
but he's fucking cancer online.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Well,
I guess it goes both ways, I don't know.
I thought of something juicy, speaking of YouTube beef.
Ooh.
KSI claimed I learned from you.
We can talk about that, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're talking
The
about
thing
that.
is, I haven't talked to him about that.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Well, he won't watch this. People aren't going to watch this. Nobody's going to watch this.
Okay, so we're talking about the video where I did, it was my car video.
Yes.
It was making fun of basically people that show off their car on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think it was mainly focused on KSI because we used one of his songs in the video. But we were like, let's distort the fuck out of this song.
It wasn't like background music. It was a commentary parody. He distorted the fuck out of it. So it was just like...
Exactly like that.
So, and then KSI claimed your fucking video, 27 million views.
That's a lot of money.
Damn.
That's like...
That's a lot of money.
It's like 50 grand at least?
At least,
60, yeah.
at least. It was at least 50, 60 grand.
I need to get a new Lambo for that.
Yeah, he's buying a new car right now on your fucking new car video.
It's pretty, I remember, so basically, the video did so well. We thought it was the worst. Michael helped me film it, Brad as well. We thought it was the shittiest video when we filmed it.
Yeah.
So, like, it was, when it got claimed, I was like, well...
How fast did it take before it got claimed?
Not even a day.
So he got it all.
Yeah.
Damn. Was it claimed? Damn.
Michael told you this, right? I didn't know that you knew about this. Fucking Michael giving the insight. And the thing was that I was on holiday during that time. And I saw it and I'm like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I think if I was home, I probably would have done something about it. But it was like, finally we're on
you
holiday.
in Japan? Is that
No, we were just in Lisbon.
Okay.
But it was like, not the time to focus about it, I think. It was kind of like, well, what the fuck do we do? And then I come back and it already has 10 million views, and then it's like, well, I'm not gonna take it down. It's still a funny video.
Yeah.
I think that matters more than. It sucks that the other thing, I would like to give the benefit of the doubt that it's not actually KSI and that it's his network or whatever.
He's with Maker.
No, actually not his network. His probably his music.
His music label.
Yeah,
It's different. Okay.
It's probably his music label that claimed it.
But they manually came and claimed it.
Yeah, 100%. There's no way the system would have discovered it because it was so distorted.
Right.
You taught me how to, I can actually,
undisputed.
because I disputed the claim.
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't know that you could do that.
No, wait, I disputed once and then it got shut down. And then apparently if you dispute it twice, which I didn't know about.
Yeah. So is there any update on that?
No.
Okay. It takes
But
like,
what will happen that you told me is that either they'll strike the video, which
Right.
means it'll get taken down.
Right. Juicy.
Or it gets dropped.
Yes, that's exactly. And if it
Let's see what it's going to happen.
No,
huh?
it's really exciting. So KSI now
This is the
has,
kind of thing that's worth going to court to.
Absolutely, but it's not. No,
No.
no. Only you need a special kind of psychopath.
You
to
would know.
fucking Get sued.
You would
about-
know.
Yeah. KSI is not suing you over this, I promise.
Yeah.
But essentially, the ball's in his court to either strike it or release the claim.
I'm curious.
If he strikes it, first of all, you get to dispute it anyway. You'll get it back. But it's going to be so juicy, dude. That's some real YouTube beef that I can't wait for. I hope he strikes your video.
Yeah.
I want him to.
I kind of wanted to. There's some people that it's like you really want to call out on all their bullshit,
Yeah.
but you haven't gotten far. You've only gotten tiny little niblets, you know?
Right.
Because KSI has been acting like such a fucking bitch ever since I tweeted a joke to him or something like that.
I remember something happened somewhat recently. Was it around the My Car video time?
I think it was before. Yeah, it was before. There was some joke about Toby Turner. I don't remember what it was. But I think he took it really personally because I think he takes like every little jab.
Why would he take something about Toby personally?
I don't know.
Does it hit too close to home?
I think it was a too funny of a tweet that people really was like, well, got him. And he just couldn't take it.
Well, he couldn't stand that you were so good at Twitter.
I think so.
And he took it
Too good
personally.
at Twitter.
You dropped some bomb tweets.
That was a bomb tweet, yeah.
That was a fucking bomb ass tweet. What? So he was butthurt that you were bomb tweeting?
That's just my theory. Because all I've gotten back is like, well, PewDiePie's gay.
Yeah, that's true.
There's like small jabs everywhere. I like how we're sitting in the same position. It's nice.
Yeah, it seems like.
And it's a couple people like that like also Rice Gum was gonna make this fucking roast. I'm gonna roast
he never made
PewDiePie.
that.
Oh, because of our video, right? Did you know that?
Wait, okay, so what happened was Rice Gum said he was gonna roast Felix for liking a tweet. Was that it? You liked the tweet?
And because I made do you remember when we...
Oh, you just said his name.
I think basically I just said his name in a
video.
video.
You literally just said Rice Gum. And then he's like, I have the opportunity to make a video about PewDiePie now.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna be like, I'm gonna roast H3 because he mentioned that Felix made it. Like Rice Gum's the kind of guy who would just fucking, he'll take on to anything.
He's almost the epitome of YouTube drama because it's like now drama is the new way of collabing with people.
Yeah, that's a funny little, it's a really interesting way to look at it.
So he forces these collabs upon people that they don't want. Clearly, I don't want nothing to do with the guy.
That's funny. So he promised to make a video about you and then it never came to fruition. What happened?
I guess he said he's gonna drop a gist track.
With KSI?
With KSI, and then I guess it never happened.
But you said because of your video? What video?
Well, I think he used, mainly I liked the tweet. That was it. I liked the tweet.
That's not much to go off.
And to me, that was like the funniest shit ever because it was like, if he drops a video about a liked tweet, which he's already kind of did, you can't win from that.
Well, I love the fact that he just his video teasing that he was gonna make a video about you got like 4 million views. He's like, oh fuck, I don't need to make the video anymore.
No, exactly.
I just need to talk about making the video.
It's crazy.
What kind of drugs have you taken?
All kinds of drugs.
Have you done acid?
No.
Have you done mushrooms?
The only drug I've ever taken, I can say, because it was like these New Zealand party pills. It's like amphetamine.
Molly, MDMA.
It's like amphetamine.
Ecstasy.
No, stop.
But that's what you just said. Wait, you said party pills. What else could that be?
Well, they're legal pills. They're like...
Party pills.
They're legal in New
Felix
Zealand.
never taken drugs, only party pills from New Zealand.
Fucking hell, what is this podcast about?
I don't know, you fucking said it.
I was just like honest. Like,
I want some party pills. Dude, I've tried it. I've tried everything.
They were pretty good. I recommend the party pills.
How did you feel?
Just great.
Molly, you took MDMA. You took ecstasy. I want some fucking party pills, dude. Where are the party pills at?
I'm like, drugs don't, but...
So you don't smoke weed. You do drink. I've seen you. You're
I
a
like to
whiskey
drink,
fan.
yeah, but I don't smoke or anything.
I don't smoke weed at all. I wish I enjoyed weed as much as I see other people.
Yeah, right?
Whenever
people love it so much, and I'm like, what am I missing out on?
Yeah, it's frustrating because I see they're just, it seems like...
passion.
The passion.
It's like
the
for
culture.
you with vaping.
Dude, vaping is a real passion, but sadly, it doesn't get me high. I guess it depends what you squirt on there. Maybe we can get some New Zealand party vape juice.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
That'd be cool. Some
Like-
party pill.
When I smoke, I just feel really shitty and stupid and paranoid, and I regret it every single time.
Don't talk. Just become like inside yourself, and I see that in a lot of people too. And I don't.
It's
like
bad.
What's the good part about it?
Yeah, people, they say they like it, but I almost feel like people don't even like it.
It's such a cultural thing now.
Yeah.
To be like, yeah, you smoke weed.
I
yeah.
blaze. Do you blaze, dog? Y'all blaze or not? Is what people say.
I mean, it's cool to do it apparently. So
yeah, it's in California.
Yeah.
It's like,
and it's legal now.
Yeah, it's legal.
That's weird.
That is strange. You were here in California during some interesting times.
Yes.
Weed became legal. Weed.
Yeah.
And Trump became president.
Yeah.
How's that been for you?
Devastating. Every day.
Every day, carry the
It's a
hurt.
struggle.
It must be weird, though.
It was
for you
just
to be
funny
here.
to see other people's reaction to it because I
Right.
really don't care.
That's fair enough.
And
I mean,
I got a preview of what that taste feels like with Brexit when that happened because that really shocked me when I heard the news.
Yeah.
That UK was going to leave the European Union. And I was like, this is fucked up. I feel like, who voted for this? All the
right,
people.
right.
So for America to get that same taste to me was just kind of funny.
You were just, it was like Schadenfreude.
People took it so personally and like, oh, my life is destroyed.
Yeah, people.
I feel so down. This is a
Right.
personal thing that affects me. My life is bad now. It's like something bad happened to them.
You must get recognized a lot. I mean, we get recognized fairly frequently.
Yeah.
Like, if you go walking down Venice Beach, like, how mad is it for you?
It's not that mad. Venice Beach is a bunch of...
Or, okay, like Disneyland, if you go to Disneyland.
Disneyland, yeah, 100%.
Like, I saw you did a vlog there with Anthony from Smosh, like a year ago.
Yeah, well, that year we had, like, actually professional security there. So they would, clear out the area.
You were Bruce Willis.
Oh, yeah, I was.
I'm trying to tell you, you go
We got the Kim Kardashian treatment.
When PewDiePie goes to Disneyland, they give him his own fucking security squad. And he's trying to tell me he's not Bruce Willis level? Seth Rogen doesn't get his own security guard. I guarantee you that.
Well, we were going to go on Friday, and I was going to invite you guys, and we could all go, but I'm working on Friday. So
oh, that would have been fun.
You could have gotten the taste.
I would have got that treatment, boy. Yeah, we're
They
way
clear out
off.
the ride. The best part of that is that you get to see the little kids' faces when they're like, no.
Wait. You're telling me when you get your own security clearance, you go to the front of the rides and shit?
Yeah.
Damn! That's some fucking celebrity treatment. And what free shit did they give you?
I mean, we can get whatever, I guess. I don't know. What do you mean?
Did you even pay? They're just like...
No. Why would I use my own money?
Wait, are you serious? Did you not pay?
No.
How do you set that up?
I mean, I got connections.
I'm PewDiePie, motherfucker. No, I'm serious.
Me and Bob Iger, we
don't walk around this. I want to know, how do you set up that? And what's their number?
I'm not going to give that to you.
But essentially, you call someone you have like an agent or something.
They have like a VIP thing for Disney.
Damn. And you don't even have to pay? They're just like, I mean, I find that funny. It's like, there's a weird thing that when you become wealthy and you start making more money,
you don't have to pay
stop
anymore.
Paying for
It's
shit.
so weird.
Like even at
my phone, like I don't have to pay for phones.
It's fucked up.
So weird. Yeah, it's fucked up. It is.
And even at like the bank, like here, they have like all these fees and shit. But they're like, once you have a certain amount in the bank,
you don't have to pay.
Then hey, yeah, we don't charge you a thing. But I remember when I was poor and the bank was like fucking me in the ass every week.
Yeah.
And now,
let
me tell you, they don't. They just don't charge us. But
yeah,
that's it.
That's good. It is kind of fucked up though. I thought about that.
Yeah, no.
Once you hit a certain status or whatever, and you get stuff for free, even though you can clearly just pay. Like it's so easy for Casey, for example, to just get plane tickets for free or whatever. There's so many agencies that would love to pay for that sort of stuff.
How many subs do I need?
I think you're getting there, but
I just got my one free phone.
Yeah.
Guys, please subscribe. I don't know. I need that fucking Disney All Access pass.
You want to be there to have fun with your friends, not to. And it's also, if you don't have security, it's the kind of thing where like I get really worried when me and Marcia travel. We were in Malaysia recently.
Yeah.
It's just us.
Yeah.
And as soon as one person goes and be like, hey, can I take a picture? And you're like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Another one comes in, and then another, and then all of a sudden you have like this huge crowd like in front of you, and you're like, how the fuck do I get out of here?
So even in Malaysia
is fucking crazy.
Damn.
That was insane. We were terrified. Literally, like people were walking around, like looking everywhere.
It was almost like people don't even know you at that point. It's just a scene, and everyone starts running over there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn. Who's more famous than Bruce Willis? I think we need to step it up.
But like, no, I'm not.
Tom Cruise?
I'm not.
Who's the most famous actor in the world, Hila?
Brad Pitt or
That's the thing. But
okay,
like,
tone it down. You're not Leo.
No, I'm definitely not.
But you're like Bruce Willis.
No, I'm not. The thing is like...
I think the Bruce Willis is apt. You might be more famous than Bruce Willis because that guy hasn't been in a couple of movies in a while.
That's true. Thank you for that. But people still know his name. That's the thing.
Do you know who Bruce Willis is?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, if Michael knows, then everyone will know.
Do you know who David Hasselhoff is?
Yeah.
The Germans love David Hasselhoff, right?
Of course he knows Hasselhoff. It's very regional, I think. Like where the city I live, no one bothers me. But if I go to another part of the city, I can't fucking move.
Interesting.
So
we found that to be true. It really depends where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I watched you there, I was really curious because I was like, how the fuck could he possibly be at Disneyland and live a normal life? And that's like Bill Murray. I'm like, how does Bill Murray go to Disneyland? I've always wondered that.
He can't.
And because like I'm like, does he just stand in line with all these fucking people for an hour? But so now I know.
Clearly they don't.
Now I know. Yeah, clearly they don't.
They told me they have like a lot of like Arab princes that goes to Disneyland.
Oh, like they have a big problem getting recognized.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
I wonder if they pay.
What?
I wonder if the Arab princes pay.
Well, I was told that they like just like to point at stuff and be like, I want to buy that one. But they're like, but that's our ride.
Like
you can't buy. Yeah, exactly.
Like a person.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's the level I'm going for. That's what I want. Just be
You're
able to
getting
point
there.
at shit.
You're getting there.
No.
You're so close to being able to point to people and just own them. I mean, you already did it with 2 editors.
I did, yeah.
Next time you're in, dude, take me to Disneyland. I want that VIP treatment.
I don't know if you guys like Disneyland or not.
I like Disneyland. Who doesn't like Disneyland? What kind of monster do you think I am? You think I'm some kind of fucking monster?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're like, who doesn't like Disneyland?
I don't know, some people, I guess.
Hila hates it. Hila hates theme parks.
I would have guessed the opposite.
I know.
Well, growing up, I had like a fun thing me and my family always did because we're from the LA area is go to theme parks.
Uh-huh.
But Hila from Israel, they don't have shit like that. In Israel, crowds like that.
Small, so it's not.
It's shit in Israel.
Shouldn't you like these then?
Well, in Israel, you go to a crowded place like that and you're like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you don't go.
Like you avoid crowds in Israel because you're like, I'm gonna die.
Why?
Just because it's terrorism.
It's a potential for like a
Really?
terror attack.
Because there's stabbings, there's bombings, huge gatherings are a huge security risk there.
You guys are real thugs.
Yeah. Well, Hila's a real street thug. I mean, I grew up in LA. I lived in Israel for 5 years, but Hila is from the streets.
I would have guessed from the neck tattoo.
She has a swastika on her neck. It doesn't make any sense, but it's hard. My other question is, you're almost to 50 million subscribers. Are you subbotting?
Probably someone must have tested it out on my channel.
You think someone's subbotting in your name?
It wouldn't surprise me, no.
How many interesting. PewDiePie subbotting. You heard it here. Get it out.
God damn it.
Get it out.
I obviously not personally, but it wouldn't surprise me if someone like just exactly.
Like
right?
one really weird fan's like, I need Felix to hit 50 million.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna spend $1,000.
I'm sure it happens in plenty of channels where they just
one obsessive fan.
Yeah.
I also wonder because you're like the face of YouTube in a way. Like you are like
not really.
No, like I feel like you are almost like tied to the identity that's YouTube. So in a way, I wonder if YouTube is like they want you to hit that milestone too.
Oh yeah, big time. I thought about this like 2 years ago. It was so clear that they were really focusing on the top guys. I think it was a point where I was kind of like, well, that's fucked up. But hey.
God bless. See you at Disneyland, suckers. Well, how long ago was that? Because I remember.
Because I remember, I think when I had like 6 million.
Okay.
I thought about like, how far can you push this? You know?
Right.
It's clearly keep growing.
At that point, were you the biggest channel or?
Not yet.
Smosh was bigger.
Yeah, I think so. But it was clear that I was gonna pass them, and like, I think I was head to head with like Ola Soy Germano for a while.
Who?
Is a Mexican, Spanish YouTuber.
Okay.
Damn it, Spanish.
It's fine. It's interchangeable. Don't worry about it.
We were head to head.
Right.
And I realized I only get one chance if we're gonna go head to head. And
it's like an M&M 8 Mile.
It was.
One chance. One spaghetti.
They won. There was spaghetti involved because there were 2 spaghetti strings going right on top. But then I somehow managed to outdo him. I don't know.
Because you went because I mean you're at 50 million. That's like staggering. Like you're so far in first. I think the second person is still Smosh with like 22 million or something.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, what I really don't like about that is because clearly I don't get 50 million views per video.
Yeah.
And it's
that would be nice.
That would be nice. I mean, I had 27 on one. That was like almost. I mean, it's like that for everyone, I guess. They have like a percentage of views per video. But I always used to pride myself in like having a good
ratio.
That pretty good ratio. But then everything just took off, and I was like, well, I don't
Well, you
fucking
still get like the most views of anyone, except for, of course,
I
Spider-Man
don't.
and Elsa.
That's the thing, though. Like now, it's like what were you saying? The Elsa channel.
The weird kids.
exactly.
Show.
Like
but there's
that.
but like of like the of a normal, like, hey, I'm a normal guy and not some weird pedophile ring. And I think you get the most views of the non-pedophile weird children's
That's a
rings.
huge honor for me.
No, I mean, yeah, it should be. It should be an honor.
I mean, to be fair though, like collectively, I have like 13 billion views or whatever. That's what I like to think
That's
for
juicy.
myself, or at least. If
That's
people
nice.
are like, well, he only gets blah blah blah.
Them some views, boy. Nice.
Yeah. One day, Ethan.
I don't even have. We have like 350 million.
That's it?
Yeah. You get that in like one PewDiePie compilation video. The best
What
of
the
PewDiePie.
fuck am I doing with you guys?
I know you're
Jesus
wasting your time.
Christ.
Listen,
That's it.
I was
That's fucking
hoping you didn't realize.
You don't even have a billion views? What the
No.
fuck? You're not billion views club?
No, man, we're fucking.
Michael, you told me these guys were legit.
I thought.
I'm fucking signing up for this shitty podcast.
So you think like? I mean, obviously people like your content. I don't know who they are, but they're up there.
Yeah, no idea either.
But I think you. But do you think that YouTube's made like an effort to like just promote you as the face, because you are in the way of face of YouTube.
You know what?
They want to push that too, that limit.
I don't think they have. I honestly don't think they have.
Interesting.
I think their fucking algorithm is based on obviously people with bigger numbers. They get to jump on top.
Right.
That's just how it is.
Right.
But I never think they soloed in and be like, we need to make PewDiePie.
They're like
the biggest channel.
Right.
Absolutely not. I would not give them a single fucking shred of credit for that.
That's giving them too much credit.
I really think so. Because like, if you look on YouTube and you look at like the top charts or like whatever, I'm never fucking on them.
Wait. You mean like top gainers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
No, top gainers, but like if you go to like the gaming, top videos gaming.
Oh.
Never. I'm never featured there.
Oh, I see what you mean. Do you ever feel like your channel's gonna fall off?
No.
Because I feel it's fair. No, because I feel like
as long as I'm dedicated like I am and working on it, I feel like I have my audience and they watch it.
Yeah.
I think it would have happened already if it did.
Yeah.
I think what YouTubers struggle with and the channels that do fall off is the ones that don't really change up their content enough. I think when...
Completely agree.
Yeah, like people that got popular because they're playing a certain game.
Right.
Like Call of Duty or whatever, and then all of a sudden Call of Duty is not popular anymore, and it's like, well...
I'm gonna keep playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It's really interesting to hear you say that because every YouTuber I've met, I think, and I speak for ourselves too when I say it always feels like the end is right around the corner.
Oh yeah, everyone thinks that.
So it's interesting to hear you say that, but you would know better than anyone. But I'm always thinking about why do certain channels die off because it's so fascinating. But I think you pretty much got it right. You just can't become boring.
I used to feel like, oh man, I have to, well, just like things that happen like this, all of a sudden your views are cut in half.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck? This is my livelihood. All of a sudden, like, it's halved.
It feels horrible. Not the money, just like where do my fans go?
Yeah, exactly. The viewers, everything you worked for to build up together with your audience. It's like, it's fucked up. And clearly they're not watching the videos that you were working on getting out there as well, right?
Right.
So it's frustrating as hell, yeah. But I've always been worried, like, YouTube's just gonna cut the cord all of a sudden.
Right.
They're not gonna, because they're always changing shit, always. Can someone just stop YouTube from itself? That would be great.
Happy Wheels. Can we talk about Happy Wheels?
Sure.
No, I don't know.
Happy Wheels.
How many Happy Wheels?
Let me tell you, Happy Wheels is what got me fucking up there.
Was it?
That's like the time where I didn't even have to fucking try. I think that's why my content was so shit back in the day, because people just flooded in.
It was like
even though I kept making the same fucking thing. I'm like, all right, let's play Happy Wheels for 10 minutes.
Well, you're smart in a way because you found something that works and you fucking slammed it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like we need to do that more, Hila. Like, how many Happy Wheels videos did you make?
76.
Woo!
To be fair though,
two a day?
Not
was
that
two a day?
No, it wasn't. No. To be fair, like
that's like 2.5 months of straight Happy Wheels, dude. You're a Happy Wheels fucking master.
Well, most people have like 100 or 200. Like, I think Jack and Markiplier have more than that. I'm not calling
you're
them
not
out.
you're not as much of a Happy Wheels whore.
I'm not. I'm just saying. Yes, I'm definitely not as those guys.
You fucked the shit out of that Happy Wheels.
I got a lot of shit for like, oh, he shit out so many Happy Wheels episodes, which I 100% did, but not as many as everyone else thinks.
Well, I don't criticize you for giving your fans what they want. They were watching it.
Well, I think that's why also I made so many shitty videos back then. And it reminded me a little bit about your favorite boy, Leafy.
Who? That was like that weird. Anyway, yeah,
I got
Leafy,
it.
yeah.
Because I think he made some really shitty videos, but a lot of people watch them.
Yes.
And he just kind of keeps it out, and eventually he gets called out for it.
Yes.
And I think it happens kind of similar to me, like a couple years ago. And then you kind of have to.
But yours more
rethink.
toxic. That's
the thing, though. Yeah, I will have to say that against.
Well, there's a difference between like
calling other people out. Yeah.
But speaking of dying channels, like Leafy, after all this shit, he's still making the same content. And I think that's that's the decline of Leafy. I feel like these commentary channels are so stale in a way, but they keep making it.
I think there's always going to be trends coming out.
Yeah.
Because it's fresh for a while, but if they don't change up what they're doing, then people will be like, I get it. I don't have to watch another one. I think Smosh is a good example because they kind of stay the same throughout. They up their quality, clearly.
Yeah.
But it's like, I really like those guys.
Yeah.
And I respect what they do, but I think the reason why not many people watch anymore is because they do the same thing. It's like, if I'm not watching a Smosh video, I don't think like I'm missing out on anything.
That's a really good point. I think to be successful on YouTube and like stay relevant for like the long run, you need to always be adapting. You have to be really fluid.
Yeah. Which has been hard for me as well because it's like, well, people clearly see a difference from what I do and they like to make comparison and be like, well, you've changed and that's bad.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm a fucking person and I've been doing this for how many years?
6 years.
6 years. It's like, and you're 35? How old are you?
36.
36. Yeah. No, you're what, 27?
27.
So when you're a 22-year-old or 21-year-old,
yeah,
that's
I think
a
I was
big
20 when
difference.
I started actually.
I saw pictures of you when you first started, and you look like such a fucking goofy ass Swedish fuck. Like you're so tanned and you've got like the crazy hair and shit. You look like such a Swedish bro.
Oh yeah.
It's hilarious because it's like a completely different person.
Yeah. Not really. Is it?
I mean, visually.
Yeah. That's true.
Visually. What was was the tan real?
Oh yeah. We used to have like tanning competitions.
No. What does that mean? What does that mean?
We took tanning very seriously during the summers in Sweden.
I could tell. You were like you were in like blackface.
No.
Do you sunscreen?
No, oil. You fucking
oil.
Tanning oil.
You're like, I want more of this, bitch. I want to glisten. What?
We did that in Israel too.
You just put oil on?
Yeah.
That's like, if you ask a dermatologist, they're like, should I put oil on my face or sunscreen?
I don't know why that was so important to fucking tan back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, no, I remember when I was a kid too, I was always trying to get a tan. You just think, you have this perception of when you look at yourself and like the way you see yourself, you're like, I look great, but objectively you look ridiculous.
You look, yeah, you're right.
But it's just, everyone has this little perception of when they look at themselves in the mirror, how they have to look in a certain way. And how they might think they look great looks just like objectively ridiculous to the rest of the world.
Are you saying my tan look ridiculous?
Yeah.
How fucking dare you talk about my tan
I wish
like
I could
that?
show you guys.
You fucking asshole.
Oh, man.
It was a great...
It was like a Jersey Shore
You're more
shit.
tan than I am. What the hell, man?
What's the weirdest interaction you've ever had with a fan?
There's like a lot of different ones, but nothing like...
Nothing stands out.
Nothing like too crazy. There's been like people that got tattoos on their hands and shit.
Ooh. Like a bro fist on their hand?
And then you're
I'd love to meet you. You're saying...
Well, I was just like...
Oh, you met them.
Yeah, I met them. And they had it here on their, like there. And she put up her hand. And I was like, oh, she wants a bro fist. Because I didn't think it was real. And then I bro fist, and she's like, ow, what the fuck did you do that? And I'm like, what's the problem? And she's like, it's a real tattoo. And I'm like, that's crazy. And she's like, yeah, I am.
And you're like, see ya. That's pretty spooky. I mean, it's.
I'm so indifferent about tattoos. It's the most awkward fucking thing. I don't even want to talk about it.
You are a tattoo guy. You have a lot of tattoos.
Yeah, and people get my tattoos.
Oh, interesting.
And that's just so cringy to me.
It's very personal.
Yeah.
Do you design your own tattoos?
No.
You just find
I just
artists.
like to find artists, yeah.
What do you like about tattoos?
I like art, and to me, I'm not very good at it myself, so to me it's like a way of tributing art that I really like. And it's overall a really cool experience, finding artists, meeting up with them, getting the tattoo. The fact that it hurts really makes it like a weird, different thing. So when you're done with it, it feels really good.
Interesting.
So it's just a nice experience.
I've always wondered if there's some thrill about like, for people who do tattoos, because I don't, like my mind, I don't understand it. So about like changing your body forever in some way.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I like it. A lot of people are like, that's on your body forever. I'm like, that's the fucking point.
That's the point.
Yeah.
You get a kick from like transforming your body in a way.
I suppose. I don't know. To me, it's more about the artwork that I like. It's also, I got this tattoo. I have a butt on my shoulder, which probably was a mistake, but...
Can I you're gonna... Yeah.
I'll show some.
Kind of hard to see it.
Yeah.
It's just a butt?
When I got that, I really admired the artist. I think he's a really cool guy.
It's a really detailed butt.
Yeah, and
nice.
It took a long time. It took 6 hours.
Wow.
It was very sweaty.
Very painful?
It was very painful.
Okay.
I was trying to impress this guy, but like, oh, I'm not feeling the pain. He's asking me like, how are you feeling there? And I'm like, right.
Yeah, like, fine. Yeah.
And then my arm got numb.
Oh, shit.
And I kept touching his crotch.
You didn't know?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh my God.
I swear to God, getting this tattoo was the gayest experience of my life.
Did he say anything to you?
No, he just kept laughing.
He just invited you over afterwards?
I think he would like that as well.
Oh my God, you're just fondling a dude's balls for 6 hours.
The thing was like, he was kind of similar to me. He kind of looked like me and all that. He had a girlfriend as well.
So
but
if
I
you
think
fucked him, it would
we
just be like
basically
masturbating.
both just fucked each other,
Yeah.
I think. What's what happened.
That sounds
It's
nice.
definitely the gayest experience.
And he drew a butt.
And he did drew a butt.
Was it yeah, interesting. That's a great story.
Yeah.
You know, the one you told me about, the fan with the tattoo, reminded me of my friend John Tron. My friend, you know
Your good friend John
you may have
Tron,
heard of
the
John Tron.
YouTuber, the big. Is he gonna be part of the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's. I don't know. I'll have to check his view count. I don't know.
He'll tell you all about New York.
How many views does he have? We'll have to look. Yeah, look into how many views John has, and we'll see if we can bring him on or not.
I don't think it's good enough.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Does he have 13 billion views?
I don't think he has 30 billion.
No, fucking. Delete your channel.
There's a fan who tattooed his face on his arm.
Well, that's funny though.
And it wasn't a funny thing.
Oh.
It was like a real tribute. And it freaked him the fuck out.
It freaks me out too.
And this guy kept like somehow like coming back into his life through like people he knew, trying to like meet up with him and shit. And it was like, well, I'm looking forward to someone tattooing my face, is what I'm saying, on their arm.
I can see someone doing that for a good meme though.
In my case, it'd be a bit of a meme.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Anyone out there? No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'll do that next one.
Just my face?
Yeah.
That'd be great, dude. That'd be a good promotion. Maybe I'll be getting into Disneyland. But look, you don't know who I am, but you definitely know PewDiePie. He's got a picture of my face on his arm. Can I get the security detail?
Yeah.
You'd be like, no. Mm-hmm. One thing I wanted to ask you specifically, because it's something I've been aware of, is that as our channel grew, I always became like, I have like these mental barriers where I become really aware of like what we're doing and the fact that our channel is growing, and then you like psych yourself out. You're like, you have to keep being funny. You have to keep doing your thing. Like I have like these mental barriers. Like I get performance anxiety.
No, I think I really struggled with that back before, like a couple years ago, when I was literally just fucking yelling, and I thought humor to me was just like yelling offensive shit.
Right.
And I'm not a comedian. I'm not like necessarily a funny guy, but I think I kind of grew into it a little bit through making videos and practicing how to do it. Well, actually, in my earlier videos, there's actually one video where I literally say, "Oh fuck, I'm not funny,"
and you kept,
to myself.
Did you
and
keep it in?
I forgot to edit it out.
Oh, that's.
But no one fucking noticed it.
No way.
But I swear it was like in 2011 or some shit.
That's awesome.
And then people always reference my old videos like he's so natural here. I'm literally like trying my my eyes are about to explode because I'm like think of something funny.
Right. There's so many moments we edited out where I'm like I hate myself. I'm not funny. Like just getting really frustrated. Of course you cut that out.
Yeah. Well,
that's great.
It would be funny if you don't forget.
We should do a Happy Wheels collab.
I'm down. Yeah, let's do it.
I did a collab on your channel. It would be fun to have you on something of ours.
And just play Happy Wheels.
Yeah, just do a Happy Wheels collab.
That's fucking
just
awesome.
straight up. Just, you know.
Yeah.
You have more subs than Canada has people.
Yeah. I think I passed them recently, right?
Yeah. So suck it, Canada.
Eat a big fat fucking whatever you
fucked,
eat
Canada.
in Canada.
So do you think like if you made a video called like assassinate your governors?
Yeah.
Like if you made it like if you made a video like PewDiePie Revolution and you're like everyone please go out and murder your government representatives. This is a PewDiePie army.
If there was a
do you think how many people do you think would result how many deaths would result from that video?
If it was a good meme out of it, I think definitely people would do it.
It'd be a spicy meme. A couple people didn't die.
I think if it was straight up like just kill.
No, not ironic.
No, it'd have to be ironic, but then hoping that people would do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see. No, you're thinking realistically about it.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying if you actually made a video and said, "I want you to kill your go down to the town hall and kill people there." That's it. No irony. Like how many people? What's the death?
Surely there must be at least some couple crazy fucking people.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's
I see what you're getting at now.
It's interesting. You actually have a bro army. Like you could maybe overthrow a government with your bro
That's the idea.
army.
That's the plan. Yeah.
At 50 million, I'm not deleting my channel. I'm deleting fucking Poland.
Trump needs to die.
And bro army, everybody invade Poland. So the last night I was over, we did a bit of a meme where you took my phone and tweeted, "I shit naked."
Oh yeah.
That actually did really well for me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That was
That's the hand of PewDiePie
that was a
right
good.
there.
That had actually ended up being a good tweet for me. Let me check. Okay, here it is. So it did 16,000 likes. Pretty good.
Well done.
And then I tweeted from yours that you fart on your hand and smell it. How did that one do for you?
Not that great.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's strange to me because I thought that was pretty.
I almost deleted it for a while. I'm so glad I didn't now.
Why? It has 30. It has 32,000 likes. How's that shit?
Well.
32,000 likes. Well, how many likes do you need? How needy are you?
I don't know, man. I don't know what to say.
So I thought, do you do that when you make a bad tweet and then you erase it and regret? I do that sometimes.
Well, I do it all the time. I do it way too much.
I hate it. It's like I feel like, what is wrong with you?
No,
that's what I think about myself.
I just see it as trying jokes out, and some of them don't work, I guess.
It's like, don't be so vain. I'm like, get sick of myself. Do you feel it? You know
well,
what I mean?
we don't sub bot. We're a tweet bot, so
I guess
that's why.
That'd be pretty cool if every tweet was just like.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, like, just in the spirit of wrapping this up, and
we should tweet something.
We
from
should
each
tweet
other.
from one more time.
That's cool.
Nothing nothing racist or. I mean, we know the limit. Don't write like I hate black people. I don't know. This is.
Mine is not funny. I just realized.
I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny either. But it's like.
Clearly, it's the funniest.
No, it's not.
Like
it's just
fucking school
it's
girl.
so stupid. I wish I would be more secure and delete less. Oh, that's fucking. Oh my god, that's real. I wish I would be more secure and delete less of my tweets. Please retweet to raise my self-esteem. Wow.
Love you, bro.
That's like real. People are gonna be like,
you.
damn. That's real.
Oh, this tweet is so cringy. I would delete this one, dude.
Did you see which one I wrote for you?
Oh, you tweeted?
Yeah. It's really dumb, but I think it's like just.
Baby made a duty.
Like, what are people gonna think, right? Pretty strange.
I like how we're both trying to get like some kind of psychological fucking thing here.
Oh, this is embarrassing. Like, yours is embarrassing for me. So if I erase this, that'll be pretty ironic.
You can't escape, Ethan. The mind game just begun.
And all that's left on yours is baby made a duty.
think I won that one. Well,
yeah, you won
thank
that
you
one.
for letting me be on the show.
You definitely, I would say you won that Twitter war. But
Hell
hopefully it will make sense when we post this video. Yeah. It's been a real joy spending time with you and getting to know you out here.
It's
really
fun hanging out.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
I'm looking forward to the Scare PewDiePie episode.
I look forward to it too. That was a really fun shoot.
It's gonna be really interesting.
You guys were definitely
it's
the weirdest guests that we ever had out of all 10 of them.
You guys should definitely, when Scare PewDiePie comes out, check that out. I'll probably tweet it out when it comes out.
Finally get their YouTube red.
Yeah, I'll finally get YouTube red for that. Cool.
All right. Yes.
God bless.
Oh no.
What was that?
No.
That was like the whitest.
No.
What was that?
Not another one.
Do you grab?
No, I don't. What
Because
is
you
this?
grabbed. I
No,
didn't grab.
I didn't grab.
My hand was opening.
This
you
is
grabbed.
Conan all over again. I'm getting PTSD.
Oh, was there a Conan
Yeah.
thing?
Conan went for a handshake. And then
you-
I was like, high five, because who the fuck goes for a handshake during a gaming session? And it just goes like...
Oh, I need to catch that.
Yeah.
Huge hug.
Let's hug.
You can't mess up a hug. That's why I like hugs.
Sorry, what was that? It's great. Great having you. Thank you for doing this.
Water. Fucking hell.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for coming to my house.
Yeah, of course.
That is not my
PewDiePie
house.
doesn't travel.
Oh no, they come to me.
Yeah.
When I started doing YouTube, I was in college, I was on a student loan, I couldn't even afford a proper computer that I could record gameplay on. Shortly after, I quit college, and so I had to get a job, and I took whatever job I could get, which was to work in a hot dog stand. I was the happiest I was at that time because I was finally, for the first time in many, many years, doing what I wanted to do. And the fact that I could make videos was so much more important to me that I had to spend a few hours a day doing a job that wasn't that prestigious. I really think that money doesn't make you happy. I am just as happy as I am now as I was 5 years ago. I think that's what's cool about YouTube. That anyone could technically do it, right? I do want to finish off by just saying thank you so much to all of you who watch my videos, enjoy them, and support what I do. It really does mean a lot, and I'm just happy doing this. I would be doing it even if I was still not as big.
First question, what is it like being related to a weirdo?
We're kind of weirdos as well.
Are you talking about you or him? Okay.
No, it's not a weirdo.
No, he's fantastic.
Aww. Don't butter me up here. Most embarrassing thing Felix did as a child?
Where should we start?
I wasn't embarrassing.
No, actually you were
I
really
was
kind,
perfect.
Really, yeah, you were perfect.
See, there you go. I got it on camera. Describe one word for me.
You're fabulous.
Ah! I would say fabulous because it obviously runs in the family. Great with glasses. Do you ever watch my videos?
Yes, we watch them all. I watch them all.
Okay,
the
wait.
time.
What's the latest video you saw?
I think the latest it was Marcia's video.
Oh!
I watch Marcia's videos. I like to watch when Edgar and Maya is in the videos. And I like
so nothing about me, I get it. Alright,
Yes, of
fine. When did you find out that Felix was a duck?
Today.
Yeah, just recently.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Didn't I used to call my Mickey Mouse?
Right, the duck.
The duck
Because
and the
you thought
elephant.
Mickey Mouse was Donald Duck. Oh, you weren't that smart.
I wasn't that smart, thanks.
Oh.
Okay, this is for you, Mom.
Ah, for me?
Okay. What did you eat to have a fabulous son? Like what?
What did you eat? What did you eat?
Oh, what didn't I eat? Actually.
You get the real fact. There you go.
Yeah.
Your sister is hot. Send us picture. No, next one.
What about your mama?
Yeah, what about... No, don't say anything about my mama.
I'm gonna hunt you down and make it look like
This is what's awkward video. Did I used to have any nickname as a child?
Yes, Fille.
Felicia.
Felicia! Oh, that's right! Yeah, because you like
So
to
why
dress
did you
up
call
as...
me
Yeah,
Felicia?
because you like to dress up as a girl.
I don't have...
There
I
you have the
don't
weird-
remember this.
Yes, but we do.
The weird vibe.
Yes. You went into the daycare center as a girl, and all the teachers thought that I was a weird person.
I think all the teachers thought I was fabulous. Were you secretly hoping for me to turn gay or something?
Yes, actually, I had to admit that now.
Yeah.
You were hoping for Felicia.
I was.
Well, I think you kind of got half of it with all the dress-ups. And
Yeah, I tried.
Why hasn't your son bought you a Ferrari yet?
Because I don't
We
want
don't want a Ferrari.
You don't want a Ferrari.
No.
You're Swedish. You'll go.
Swedish people.
Okay. Should Felix quit YouTube and get a real job?
No. But you should move back to Sweden.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah.
Are you part of the Illuminati?
Excuse me?
We're not supposed to discuss that.
Okay.
What party?
My mom pretends.
Illuminati.
That's part of the plan.
I don't know what it is. No one called me and I don't know anything about it.
Never heard of.
Next question?
If Felix was a girl, what would you name her? I guess
You already know that, Felicia.
Of course, Felicia.
What was Felix's first word?
That was good.
Guh.
I even know.
It wasn't really a word, but he said "guh" because he was such a happy child. Other children, babies, when they wake up, they cry, but he just laughed.
He was happy.
And I just said "guh."
And he said "guh."
And what did that mean?
I think it's just me preparing for my YouTube screens. That was all my question.
No.
You want more questions?
We can talk about all the girls
that fell in love with you.
Yes, and you didn't want to go out.
So we thought you were gay.
Yeah.
That's why you thought I was gay.
We were absolutely positive.
I never had any girls.
They were like knocking on the door.
She came to you. She came to our house and knocked on our door and said, "No, sorry, I want to play."
I want to play video games.
Yeah.
Priorities.
So we were absolutely sure that he was gay, and I was prepared.
That's how you. If you prefer video games over females, then you're gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. Maya's sleepy.
Thank you.
I think that was good.
Thank you for the wine. Oh, it was so good.
I've never really been like a. I don't really care for numbers that much. What I care more about is the support for that I get from all you guys. That means so much more than just a random number. But I just thought I'd drop by, say hello, and really say thank you. It means a lot to me. I love making these videos, and you guys are my main motivation of wanting to make these videos. So yeah, thanks again. This is just a quick thank you video. Hope you have a nice evening, day, morning, or whatever. And this is PewDiePie signing off. PewDiePie!
And one more time. And these both looking together. And up top. This right here.
Can I have one solo one? You just
Looking right here, look really. Face me straight on. There you go. Give me a small. One more small for me.
to your right.
What's this one?
Is it Shelburne? Or how do you say your name?
Shelburne. Randomly crushing.
Thank you.
It's Felix, but I'm probably more known as PewDiePie on the internet. I make YouTube videos every day where I upload on my channel, where I play video games and I try to entertain at the best of my abilities.
No! I don't want to click things! Ah! Oh my god, what was that?
I don't really know what people see in me, but the whole thing with YouTube has grown so much lately, and it's become such a huge phenomenon. I can't say that word apparently. I was the guy that did all the weird stuff that no one else was doing, and alongside gaming became huge on YouTube, and I guess I'm interesting in that way. I think so, at least.
See how many spoons you can balance on your face. What's the point of this?
My job is so easy. I can literally do what I feel like, and it's kind of amazing, just the fact that I can play video games for a living. That when I realized that for the first time, like I was almost getting teary-eyed, like it was my dream has come true.
All this time I've been finding myself, and I didn't know I was lost.
I'd be happy not to be number one. I'm just a nerd who plays video games. I didn't seek the spotlight.
Let's go. What's going on?
What's your earliest memory of YouTube?
When I did my first video, I remember. My first video was I played Minecraft. No one knows this, but Minecraft, it was before it wasn't as like uncool, I guess. It was when it was in alpha. I remember, I don't think other people were even making videos of it back then. And I was so intrigued by the idea that you could record yourself playing games. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Like, even before, years before even YouTube was a thing, I was like, I want to record playing games. That's so cool.
And was the Minecraft experience the first time you ever did that?
And the Minecraft, because I finally got a computer that I could actually record on. So I was like, all right, this is my first time. Well, this is the first time I recorded speaking while playing.
Do you still have that video?
No, I searched everywhere for that video. So I submitted it to Machinima Respawn, and I found the email, but the Dropbox link is dead. It's a shame. I remember it so clearly. Like I went into a cave. There was a skeleton. I did my scream or whatever because it scared me, and I thought it was so funny. I sent it to my friend, and he thought it was so funny. It was shit, guaranteed, so shit. But that was my first video, and I did it because I thought it was so weird that I didn't have any subscribers. So I thought I had to submit it somewhere else so I would get some subscribers. Does that make sense? I don't know. Because you watch everyone else on YouTube and they're always talking to their audience. I didn't have an audience.
Yeah.
Who was I making videos for? Who am I talking to in the microphone?
So who were you talking to?
I don't know. It was so weird to me. I was like, this is the weirdest thing ever. I'm alone with a microphone in a room. What the fuck is happening? Like.
And what was your Minecraft avatar?
I didn't have a Minecraft avatar. I wasn't that nerdy. No.
So you just went out into there as the standard character and...
I was Pewdie.
Oh, right.
Pewdie, yeah.
And so how far back does being Pewdie go?
About as when I started YouTube. Yeah, I started PewDiePie.
Were there other people on YouTube that you were watching in the very beginning?
Yeah, I was watching C-Nanners and Hutch. They were the two biggest Call of Duty guys or whatever. And I thought it was so cool talking over when you're playing a game. I really liked that idea. I never seen anyone else do it.
And had you done a lot of online gaming, talking to friends and stuff?
What do you mean?
Well, like, you know, being on Xbox Live or whatever.
So me and my friends, the way we were social was we would go to a net cafe together. It's like, hey, let's all hang out to go to this dark room where we all just sat and stared in front of screens. But for us, that was very social because we were still sitting next to each other. We were still screaming at each other, playing games.
How old were you when you first went to a net cafe?
14, probably. I was 14.
And you had a computer in your house, but you guys just wanted to do it together?
Yeah, because obviously my parents and everyone else's parents didn't want you to play as much. So as soon as you get the stop, like, okay, you played too much, now you need to go outside. All right, we'll go outside, but we'll go to a net cafe and we'll just do the same thing, but there. And there it's like undisturbed, fun atmosphere.
And what were the games that you really loved to play?
We would always play MOBAs, like Dota and League of Legends. I guess now it's popular.
And would there be girls there as well?
So many girls. No, there would be no girls there. What are you talking about? There was one guy that kept bringing his girlfriend there, I remember. And it was always like, what are you doing? She clearly wasn't interested at all, I remember. She just sat there like, why am I here?
So were there many conversations with your parents about the amount of gaming that you were doing and their concerns about it?
Oh yeah. I would always have to hide me playing games from my parents, definitely. Yeah.
Is there like, do you ever bring those conversations up with them again these days?
Yeah, we kind of joke about it a little bit because they were very strict about it. Like, you can't play games. This is not good for you. Because they know me. Like, I'm very obsessive sometimes. If I get really into a game, YouTube clearly as well. If I really get into something, I really do it 100%. And I think that has always been games for me. And I think they were worried for my future, that I wasn't, didn't see a future in gaming. I think like most parents, you're not going to get anywhere playing games or whatever. Somehow I managed to find a way to do that. And yeah, now we can joke about it.
What did they have in mind for you?
Oh, well, I don't know, I guess. I studied the same thing my mom did for a while, which was industrial management and economy. Same school my parents met at. So kind of following their steps, mainly because I didn't really know what I wanted to do.
And what kind of career do you think that you were going to end up with following their steps and university? What does your mother do?
My mother she works with IT. I don't know what she does. I know. She's been CEO. No, CTO? No. Oh, CIO. Chief Engineer Officer? No, that's not how you spell it. Whatever. This is gonna
Chief Information Officer.
That's it.
Yeah.
Chief Information Officer. Is that it?
Well.
Okay. Well, my mom works with IT. My dad, sort of similar. And I guess they wanted kind of like the same thing for me.
Did they read the YouTube comments?
No, I don't think so. And I guess they do. Yeah, my mom loves to read, because she's in one video. She loves to read the comments on that one.
How was it to shoot that video?
It was a bit awkward, yeah, I think.
And you had your sister in that one as well?
Yeah, but it was very funny. They were funny.
Had it been something you'd wanted to do to get them involved in a video for a long time?
No, they practically begged me to be in the video. It's funny because I really don't care about getting attention or anything like that, but my not in a bad way, but my mom and sister, they love the attention. They love like reading comments and stuff like that about themselves. So they wanted the video, but for me it's like, because my dad was like, I don't really want to be in this video because he's like me, like I don't really care about that.
So was he there that day?
Yeah, he was on the couch next to us, yeah.
And so, have you ever thought about making more videos with them?
Yeah, definitely. I just don't see them that often, and it feels a bit weird. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. Let's shoot a video. Like it doesn't seem right.
Do you miss Sweden?
No.
How much of a thing when you were growing up was it, the idea of moving away from Sweden?
It never hit my mind. No, I never thought I would leave Sweden ever. It's really strange because you grow up in a bubble of this is everything that matters to me inside this territory or whatever, and then you leave your country and you're like, whoa, there's a whole world I didn't even think about. It seems just so small, just my hometown. Not to be like I'm bigger than my hometown, but it seems so small in comparison when you broaden your perspective.
How many people live in your hometown?
500,000, maybe. Yeah.
And then when did it strike you that you should move out of Sweden?
Well, the idea to move never hit me until I met Marcia. I think I wanted to be with her, no matter, like, we just knew we wanted to be together. So I think when I met her, I think when it hit me.
And where were you and what were you doing when you first heard the name Marcia?
Summertime in Sweden. A lot of girls around, but I was focusing on this girl online instead, which was really fun. And yeah, I was harbor captain in the summer city that I was in, Fiskebäckskid. And
what does a harbor captain do?
We tell the other boats where they can park their boats. It's basically like a valet for boats.
And you don't even get to park the boats yourself.
No,
You
I
just tell
literally
them.
just tell them where they park. It sounds so prestigious, harbor captain, but it's really, no, it's pretty shit.
Captain of the harbour, right? Okay.
Right.
It's as simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
And had you ever had like a friendship or a relationship that started on the internet before?
Yeah, just once, sorta, but it never really led anywhere. So, yeah, no, Marcia was definitely the first time we felt serious about. I think with online relationships, it's easy to never meet. You just keep talking, and then it just kind of like, you can only go so far if you never met. It's kind of weird. So I knew I was like, I just want to meet this girl right away and not waste time. And that's sort of what I did. I kind of dive in pretty quick with Marcia.
But how long was it that you were able to go from first talking to her online to actually meeting her in person?
With Marcia, it was 2 months, I think. I met her, we started talking at the beginning of the summer, and then by the end of the summer, with all the money I got from my harbor captain, I went to see her at the end of the summer.
And when you were talking with her, you were talking over Skype or?
Yeah, we were talking over. No, actually, Marcia was pretty shy, so she didn't want to talk over Skype directly. So it was always in the back of my mind, like, I'm being catfished here. Like, this could be some dude. But we would send videos to each other instead. And I think I had like 1 or 2 videos of her. The rest was just pictures or like, we just wrote to each other. And her English wasn't very good in the beginning, so it would take like 20 minutes with like a normal message, because she had to like, she told me her friend was sitting next to her every time, just like reading all the messages. And I'm like, great, you showed all that to your friend.
Did you keep the videos that she sent you at the very beginning?
Yeah, I have those. You're not gonna see them though. They're actually on, well, the ones I said are like privated on my channel, so. Dangerous.
And how, so you were actually recording videos for the audience of one, i.e. her.
Yeah.
Is this before you were doing videos for YouTube?
I was doing videos on YouTube. I had started like half a year before that.
Did you put the same kind of preparation that you put into a YouTube video into a video that you'd send her?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like a solo video. Yeah, I think so.
What was it about her that first stood out as really special?
Well, she was beautiful. I think that was the main thing, because she wrote me and I'm like, who's this hot girl?
What did she say?
I don't know. I don't remember. She just wanted to talk. I remember she told me that I was very like forward right away. I told you, I was like, I'm going for it. What was the question? What I noticed with her,
What stuck out?
we just connected really well. I think it was really just fun to talk to her. And yeah.
What were the main things you had in common?
Not much, really. I don't think much at all. I think we just enjoyed each other's company, pretty much.
And so paint a picture of what happened when you took your final harbour captain check, got a ticket to...
Well, I got fired from harbor captain.
Why'd you get fired?
Well, there was a GoldenEye, this huge boat that wanted to come to our harbor. And I got so excited, I'm like, the GoldenEye is coming. This is my big moment as harbor captain. So they call me and they're like, we're the GoldenEye. We'd like to visit your harbor. And I'm like, holy shit. But we're a small, there was a tiny, tiny harbor. We clearly didn't have space for the GoldenEye.
How big is the GoldenEye?
The GoldenEye was like a yacht in a small Swedish harbor. Like, it doesn't match. So I booked them and I ran into my boss office and I was like, the GoldenEye is coming. It's gonna be awesome. And she's like, no, what are you doing? You clearly can't have this person coming here. And I was like, oh. And she's like, call them back immediately. And I was like, but I didn't take their number. So the GoldenEye had to come no matter what. So I kind of messed up.
So the captain of the GoldenEye showed up.
Yeah.
And did you have to go forward and talk to him?
No, I had already been fired at that point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wasn't even allowed to.
And actually, that wasn't the first kind of misdemeanor that happened at the harbour, was it?
You were making me say this.
Yeah, I never taken a shit at the floor before, but I did take a shit at the floor in the harbor. Before I got the job at working at the harbor, there had been an accident at the harbor because they had public toilets, and we usually party pretty close in the harbor, and I had eaten something weird that night.
What was it?
I think it was my friend that put laxatives in like the béarnaise sauce. Do you have béarnaise sauce? Béarnaise, sorry. Yeah. Béarnaise sauce. It was like, what's it called when everyone brings something to a party? Food?
I don't know.
We call it a knit party. Everyone brings something.
Right.
I brought the steak. My cousin brought the béarnaise sauce. He put something. I know my cousin. He would definitely put something in the béarnaise sauce.
Yeah.
He put laxatives in that shit. I felt it a few hours later at the party. I'm like, okay, I need to shit right now, or else I'm gonna shit myself in front of everyone. So I ran. I never ran to taking a shit before. It was that state of emergency. I even thought, like, should I just go behind the cars outside? I'm like, no, the toilets are right there. I can make it. And then there's a huge line in front of the toilets, and I'm like, guys, this is an emergency. I need to go. And no one listened to me. I'm like, what are you doing? This is important. So I kind of just ran in anyway. And finally I find a toilet because it had the door had a lock on it. But I opened the door and it was a shower. And my butthole had already decided the fate of what was going to happen in that room, no matter what the room it was. So I squatted down and took a shit in the shower. A massive shit in the shower. And I obviously later I got a job at that very harbor, and they would always tell the story about the man that took a shit in the shower, and I would always go like, that's horrible. How could anyone do that? But I also try to play devil's advocate a little bit, like maybe he was just having a bad day. Maybe he ate something bad. So yeah. It was funny. That was my in, you know, even though I got fired. Well, I took a shit in the shower and you had to clean it, so it's okay.
When did you last go back to the Harbour Club?
Well, obviously now I can never go back, clearly. So, actually they have a great restaurant. I love to go back every time I can.
And so back to the trip to Italy.
Yep.
You got fired. And had you been planning to go before you got fired, or was it getting fired?
No, I got relocated. So I just worked in the shop instead. Pretty much. So I was fine. I was still making a living, but it was a bit humiliating. Everyone was like, yeah, you blew it.
And where does this fit in the timeline with the hot dogs?
The hot dogs is after. So, yeah, I met Marzia. We realized we wanted to be together, but I didn't have any money. Like, plane tickets are expensive, and for us to keep staying together, we wouldn't be able to afford it. So I realized I needed a job. And at this time, I also realized I don't want to keep studying at this university. I really hated it. It was the worst time ever.
What was so bad about it?
Well, because the first 2 weeks of university we have something called nollning, where you're supposed to just, it's kind of like hazing, I guess. Yeah, first 2 weeks, hazing. Optional. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go if it's optional. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I'll be playing video games. And then I come back in 2 weeks and like all the friend groups are already made, and there's just me like, all right, not fitting in anywhere. And it was just,
Were you the only one that sat out?
Yeah, exactly. So I felt like such an outsider in this huge group of people, and I didn't know where to fit in.
And what is Swedish hazing like?
You just drink a lot.
Because I think over here they have like Freshers Week, which I don't think I think it's just the drinking, not any of the crazy other...
Well, you dress up and you do all this weird shit.
Right.
And I was just kind of like in a, I don't want to do that kind of mood. Which obviously then led to like, I had no friends. I didn't know how to do it. All these simple things of like, where do I sit? What do I do during the 5 minutes break? It became like a huge problem, and I just hated going there. Just for the social aspect of it.
Yeah, an expression called Billy No Mates. Like,
okay.
How long before you made a friend?
I had some friends. I did, but I never really connected that well. Especially because I didn't care about school. Like, I got into that university not for my grades, but because I blew my grades on video games. But I did an entrance exam over a year, and that got me in. So I got into one of the best schools. You need top grades and everything. Like, so I'm in this school with just people that really are passionate about their schoolwork, where I'm just like, I just want to play games. I didn't make any sense.
Did you learn anything from there?
From that school?
That you use today or currently in your life?
No. Physics is good though. It was mainly physics and math, and I think physics is interesting in a way, but no. I thought economy would come useful, but no, definitely not. No, it's kind of frustrating. I wish I had better knowledge on YouTube and I studied something film related instead, because I'm so clueless, obviously. But yeah, I hated school because of those two things, like wrong group of people. I was such an outsider. Every day just going, I was just a pain in the ass.
Some people get to a point in life where they want to go back and go to university as an adult. Do you think that there's anything that could draw you back? Any other interests behind games?
No, fuck that. I would never want to go back. It was so bad. And I remember this one course, which was Math Lab or whatever. I hated it. It was like programming math. It's the worst. I didn't understand it. I thought I was like, okay, at least if I put my mind to it, I can do it. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not smart enough. It's too hard. I can't do it. What am I doing here? So I quit, and my parents were like, all right, well, we're not gonna pay for you to be around. Like, you're gonna have to pay us rent then, or whatever. Which it might seem strict, but I think it's pretty fair. And so I was like, all right, I'll get a job, whatever, no big deal. It's really hard to get a job, actually, turns out, especially if you're really just want one quick and you have no connections. So I was so desperate to prove my parents wrong, like, I can get a job. So I got a job selling hot dogs. And it wasn't that bad. They had, the catch of it was that it was right next to my university, like across the street of my university. But it was sort of like the odd street of it, so it wasn't like super popular, but every once in a while someone from my class, which I clearly didn't even know, but they knew who I was, saw me there, and it was like, oh, you're here now. Cool. The school where literally like anyone that finishes it will become like a boss or whatever, and then there's me in the hot dog stand.
And you didn't interfere with any of their hot dogs or anything?
No, I wasn't vengeful or spiteful, no. Funny enough, my old teacher came once. And he pretended that he didn't know it was me. Yeah, and I was like, dude, I'm not embarrassed. Come on. But no, he pretended he didn't know me. I guess he thought it was so embarrassing. It's a bit cringy. And
I guess he didn't expect to see you there.
Yeah.
Did he believe in you? Did he think you were going to go far?
No, I don't think so. He wasn't a very good teacher. Fuck him.
Did you get to a point where you could think you could never eat another hot dog as long as you live?
No, I made great hot dogs.
What's the secret to a great food?
Well, actually, I just made hamburgers. We sold hamburgers as well. Well, what we did with the hot dogs, because the guy that worked there was so cheap, or not, that's not right. He was resourceful. So he was like, don't cook the hot dogs, because if we make too many, we're gonna have to throw them away. So just microwave them, dip them in the water, and people don't know the difference. Yeah, it was pretty gross.
And that's what you did?
Yeah, he told me to do it. Am I guilty here?
Have you ever been back to the hot dog stand?
No, but I really should visit it again. It was funny because like the boss in the harbor hated me. She hated me. She was so nice to everyone, like high-fiving them, and I was like, okay. But this guy really liked me because I was you
did what you were told.
Yeah, clearly I dipped the fucking thing. I did it.
You must have saved him a load of money.
Yeah, especially on the scarce napkin control that I did as well. Not give out too many. But yeah, no, he really liked me. So I honestly, even though the job was shit, the fact that I had a great boss was pretty good actually. And he would follow my YouTube thing as well. Like I showed it to him, and he's like, "Whoa, that's really cool. There's some money in there." And I'm like, "Yeah, if people get big, they make a lot of money." And he's like, "Oh, that's really cool." And I was like, "Yeah," because that was clearly my dream at that point, for it to grow so I can make a living of it. And then, boom, I got my contract with the network. So I made no money in a year making YouTube videos to a great amount of money in one, second, essentially, because no ads, and then I had ads on my videos. So I was like, well, goodbye. I remember, man, this is terrible. I shouldn't be saying this. But I never told him I was quitting because I felt so bad about it. So, and I was supposed to meet Marcia. So I was flying to Marcia the next day, and I had just dropped off the keys. And then I was landing in Amsterdam in between, and I checked my phone, and he had called me like 10 times. And I was like, oh, I'll have to call him. And then he was crying the fact that I had quit, and it was just so sad. Yeah, I'm sorry if you're, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, but we made some great hot dogs together.
So in that moment when you were talking to him about it being, there being a future in it, like what was the moment where you realized there might be a future in YouTube?
For me, the moment I realized, well, I always dreamed big with YouTube. Like I really thought maybe, there's a chance, even though how stupid it was, because it was so unlikely. But I think even when I just started, it was really weird because a lot of people of my friends and friends that I met through YouTube, they treated me like I was a big shot on YouTube even before I had like 100 subs or whatever.
How come?
I don't know. I think people believe that I had a voice that was different, and people felt like this guy is gonna get big someday. So people treated me like I'm something special, but really I was like 100 subs, like I didn't mean shit. But I felt that vibe since the beginning. I really did. So I felt like I had a lot to give, and I was ready for it.
And what was it? What was it like when you got when you reached that first milestone of 100 subs?
When I got 100 subs, it was because I had like 30 subs before that, and then someone put me in their sub box, which back then was like a big deal, because then anyone that subbed to them will automatically sub to your sub box. So it was a great way to get subscribers that don't give a shit about you, but you get the number. So all of a sudden, overnight, I got 100 subs, and I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna be the biggest YouTuber. So that was crazy. I remember 100 subs was like the biggest deal. That was probably one of my biggest milestones, just getting 100.
And did it change at all the kind of the way you approach making your videos with the idea that actually there is a larger group of people who are watching?
What?
Well, like before you were saying that you were making videos like without any idea of who you were talking to.
Yeah.
But now you had a defined idea of how many people.
Well, I still didn't know, like, yeah, I had a couple people watching me, but I didn't feel like I had an audience yet, I would say. It was more like trying to grab people across everywhere, as many people as I can, just to have an audience, but I didn't feel like I had it yet, no. I didn't do the, hey, how's it going, bros, or anything like that back then. Because the bros became my audience. I think that's when it started, really.
And when did you start to, like, what is the story behind the key pieces of it? Like, for instance, the bro army, like, when did that crystallize for you?
It started with when I started playing Amnesia, because in my first episode of Amnesia, I literally say, I'm not gonna make any jokes, because that takes away the atmosphere or whatever. I just wanted to get scared. And a lot of people hold me against that. They're like, oh, you changed. You said you weren't gonna make jokes. But then I started making jokes, and I thought it was so funny how you can turn around horror to comedy in a way. That mix it's something I haven't really seen before, especially playing games. So I thought that was so interesting, and I wanted to do more of that. And so I would start, as a way to feel less scared, I would call the monster like my bro. What up, bro? Come at me, bro, or what? Come at me, bro. That's where it came from. Come at me, bro. That meme. And then I was like, I'll call my audience bros. That makes sense. Make them feel like close to me or whatever, like we're a community. And I think that really worked.
And when you had a small amount of subscribers, did you actively communicate more in the comments?
I would do, so I started doing Fridays with PewDiePie. That sort of became my way to communicate with my audience in a way. I would just do something to kind of acknowledge that people were watching.
And what kind of, did you develop any kind of personal connections with any of the fans early on, any early subscribers?
No.
Do you still get people writing to you say, oh, I've been with you since...
Everyone says they've been with me forever. I can't never take that seriously, because then you check on their profile and they're like, I've been watching you wait, first of all, people go like, I've been watching you for 8 years, but I'm like, dude, I've been making videos 6 years. What are you talking about? And then you see other people and be like, I watch you for 4 years, and then you like watch when they say, I've been subscribed for 4 years, and then you check their profile and then like created in 2016, and you're like, come on. So I can never tell when to take it seriously, but if I meet a fan that I can tell, like sometimes I do meetups or whatever, and I can tell from what they say that they are like really old school, that's always really cool.
When you got that first check from the network and you were able to step away from the hot dog stand,
yeah,
did the amount of happiness in your life change overnight?
Oh yeah, that was one of the most surreal moments ever. The thought that I had made my dream come true, essentially, that I could make a living doing this, because that was really my dream. That was my goal. I didn't say it to anyone, obviously, but when it happened, it was such an unreal moment. Like I remember tearing up a little bit, even just thinking about it.
And had that been your plan to partner with a network? Like, was that your next step?
Well, YouTube wouldn't partner channels that did gaming back then. So yeah, I knew I had to get a network partnership. And I didn't even get it directly. I got it through a friend that I didn't know. Like a very loose contact gave me this contract to this company that was responsible for my living. I had no contact with whatsoever. I was just hoping the checks would come in every week or every month.
And how did you approach the kind of contract and all that kind of part of it? I mean, did you feel like confident about the business side of it from the start?
No, I didn't even know what the contract said. Like, my contract was illegal. It said like this word that I didn't know what it meant. It was like forever. What is the word?
Indefinite.
No, it wasn't indefinite. It's like a legal term for forever.
Right.
That I showed my lawyer like a year.
In perpetuity.
In perpetuity. That's it. It was an in perpetuity contract. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm Swedish. Like, my English wasn't even good back then. I'm like, I don't know what this means. And then my dad set me up with a lawyer, and he's like, wait a minute. So yeah, we figured out it was an illegal contract because you're not allowed to have that.
But for the time being, it gave you the confidence, do you think, to be able to continue making videos?
Well, the thing is, like, the contract that I had, everyone's first contract on YouTube, it's a scam. It's a piece of shit. You lose half your revenue or something like that, but you're like, oh my god, I can make a living off YouTube. This is amazing. Back then as well, I think the AdSense was a bit higher as well. So even though I didn't have that many people watching me, I could still make a living. I think I had like 15 million views per month.
And so the journey then was you went to Italy for a bit, and is that where you were living when you really started to grow as a channel? Or?
No, I was in Sweden during the time. Marcy had come with me to Sweden, and we same thing there. My parents were like, it's not that easy to get a flat. I'm like, they were right. So I couldn't get a flat, and my girlfriend was coming to live with me. And I was like, what do I do? And I wasn't making any money yet at this time. my living was still not from YouTube yet. I knew it was coming. I knew this contract was coming.
So Marcia fell in love with the hot dog salesman.
Yeah, definitely. But she came over to Sweden to live with me for about 8 months, and we had to live in the suburb. And me, I would always make fun of kids living in the suburb because I went to a rich school, and we would always make fun of the people that put their name. You had to write where you live. And I was always like, oh, you live in the suburb. We'd always make fun of that one kid. Then I live in the suburb. But it was great. I had a great time there. It was very nice. I think that was a very humbling moment because we didn't have any money. We were fighting over, like, I remember once we were fighting over a pack of noodles, me and Marseille. This is this deal to get 3 noodles for 2. And I went for the deal, but Marcia was like, but I want the deal too. I was like, we can't afford it. So it was like 2 or 3 pounds or something like that.
And did you go from being pen pals to actually living together?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we went very fast together. But it worked out really well like that, actually. Because when you have a relationship, I say that because I think you can only get so far talking to each other online. But when you start off a relationship like that, I think it has a stronger foundation, because even though you never met, you know you really care for each other.
What was the first time you ever met her like that?
Extremely awkward. Yeah, because she's very shy. I'm a bit shy. She's not used to speaking English. And we see each other for the first time. It was very awkward.
Where did you first lay eyes on
her? When I I remember, so I was at the plane. We had just landed and I was like, what am I doing here? This is crazy. I didn't even want to get off the plane at one point. It was so scary. And then, yeah, I saw her when I got out. And yeah, she was even more beautiful. But it was very awkward. But I remember even thinking like, oh geez, have I made a mistake here? Because it was so awkward between us the first couple, like, hour at least, the first hour, where she would put her head on my shoulder, which made me think, okay, this is kind of nice. And then after a few hours, it really just kind of dropped, and we were just back to like as if we were
long distance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And what's the kind of secret of having a relationship like that with somebody who you have an incredible partnership with and can see you can get through thick and thin?
I don't know if there's a secret. I think if you really care for each other, it just sort of works itself out, really. She's been with me throughout most of this journey, so she knows me, she's supported me, and we understand each other in that way.
So she moved to Sweden to be with you. But
yeah.
Like before that, what was her journey? Where was her life going?
Marcia was supposed to study university, and the plan was that she was just gonna, take a leap year. Is that what it's called?
Gap year.
Gap year. She's gonna take a gap year to just go to Sweden with me, and then go back to studying eventually. But then she started making videos as well, and that sort of became her thing, and just kind of step by step. Like, we didn't really plan for anything. We just knew we wanted to be together. This is really the only way.
There's a myth that says that, anytime you see a camera move in one of her videos, you're the one that's operating the camera. Do you shoot all of her videos?
Every single one. Yeah, no, I shot all her videos. A lot of times, she thinks I'm a really bad photographer. Like, I'm the worst photographer of all time. But I see the comments, and they're always like, oh, your videos look so nice. Who shot this? It's me. There's no one else. So
when did she decide to start making videos? What was the conversation like?
So Marta wanted to start making videos because she would start watching other people as well, and she got inspired to do it. And she was a dog sitter in Sweden, which isn't really like a proper job, really. I mean, I'm saying that because I had to do all the work for it. Like, that was equally my job as hers.
What were the names of some of the dogs?
Gustav, that fucking dog, it was worse than Edgar. Piece of shit. Like, this is puppy that was so annoying. The owner would drop off at like 6 a.m. and I was so tired I was gonna die. And then this dog would just not let us sleep. And it was, yeah, Gustav. I hope you're less of an asshole. I want Gustav to meet Edgar. That'd be fun.
When did you first meet Edgar?
Like 3 years ago? 4 years ago? Yeah.
Where did you find him?
We found Edgar at a farm about an hour from here. Worst mistake of my life. Should have known then, because he was like crazy then, and we thought, oh, he's so cute, just like everyone else that sees him. Oh, he's so cute. And then we brought him back on the train, and he just wouldn't sit still the whole ride, and we were like, oh, maybe he's nervous because he left his home or whatever. And then we got home, and he wouldn't sit still the whole time. And then we went to sleep, and he wouldn't stop. He would take shits everywhere and pee everywhere. And I called the owner, and I was like, I can't take care of this dog. I just can't do it. And it was kind of like, you know, in movies when there's like a witch that sells you something bad or something that, like, I'm not going to return him. You can't return him. And she's like, I'm glad I got rid of him. She literally said that. And I was just like, what? I realized I was stuck with this fucking dog.
And who came first, Edgar or Maya?
We had Maya first. We've got Maya in Sweden. She's our budget dog. She just had one eye. She was so cheap. And she's so... but we love her because she was so... She was already trained. She's old, so she's very easy to take care of. She almost take care of us in a way.
Do you know what happened to her eye?
A cat scratched her eye. That's all we know, but we don't know if it's true or not. But... So we thought, hey, another pug. Not a problem. Big problem. Big problem.
And what was it like between the two of them at the start?
They were fine, yeah. No, the dogs were fine. Yeah.
And then so back to the noodles and to being in Sweden in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Like, how long did that last?
Yeah, that was 8 months. We spent 8 months in Sweden. And then during those 8 months, my channel really blew up. Like, a big difference from where we were. Because I couldn't afford paying rent almost at some points. Like, I kind of had to write the guy and be like, a month, I'll get my check, I promise. And it was really, I needed to tell my parents at that point, like, I need money, but I didn't want, you know, obviously when you're young, you don't want to go to your parents for these things anymore. So I managed to solve it, managed to wait a little bit. I finally got my YouTube check. And I was able to pay rent, and my channel really grew a lot. I got from that time to 100,000 subscribers, which doesn't sound like a lot, but back then it was a lot as well, and as fast as it went.
Who's your favorite YouTuber?
I don't really have a favorite right now.
Of all time?
Oh, that'll be me. Come on, there's no one better than me. No.
But you do love your own videos.
Love is a strong word. It's more like they're okay, I guess. Yeah, I love my videos. I love watching them. They're really funny.
If you had to, if somebody like had never heard of you or what you do before, and you had to point at one video to say, this will give you an idea of what I'm up to, what would that video be?
I really need to make a video like that because I don't have a video like that. It's so... I guess that's why people don't really know what I do anymore, because like, it's not a clear thing. I just do so many different things. It's not clear what I do. People still think I'm a gamer. I don't, like, half of my stuff is not gaming, so I don't know. It keeps changing, so it's kind of hard to show.
If I was to spin the question round, like, is there a particular video that you think back on as like super cringe that you wouldn't want people to watch?
I think all my videos past 2015.
Before 2015?
Yeah, sorry, before 2015, yeah. Don't watch those, please. They're still there for the ad revenue, obviously. Just kidding. Yeah.
Have you ever had a thing where you like really liked a person but just not understood what they're doing with their videos?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's okay. Yeah, there's a difference between a person and their content, I think. Definitely.
When you were putting together your own network with the Revenue project, like, what did you look for in creators when you were figuring out what your own network would be?
With Revenue, the goal was to find people that could all get along, like we would hang out anyway, sorta, was the idea. Because you can tell, one thing I learned early was when I did my very first production, PewDiePie in France, how extremely cringy it is to all of a sudden be in front of a camera with someone that you never met. At least someone like me. Like, I'm not that outgoing that I can just, all right, we're best friends now. Like, it was very strange to collab with people that I didn't know. So I knew for us to form a group, we kind of just had to be people that already get along.
And how did that PewDiePie and Friends project come about?
Well, it's my network that said, hey, we'll fly you in, we pay you for your show to get made. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. It wasn't cool. I think they were just trying to squeeze out as many episodes as possible. It's like, I think we shot 30 episodes. There's like 4 of them out there. Should give you an idea. I think that really showed, it taught me at least, because I thought, okay, we're stepping it up. We got better cameras, we got camera crew, better lighting, better everything's more thought out, but it really learned like that's not the key to YouTube. People just care about the content, or they want to be entertained.
Was that your first ever experience with like a, inverted commas, professional setup?
Yeah, that was my first professional setup. And it was definitely like, the reaction that I got from my audience was like, we don't like this at all. It's the first time I got many dislikes on a video, and I'm like, what went wrong here? And you think, in your head, like, oh, this is gonna be awesome, everyone's gonna love it. But no.
Was it even a good experience for you personally?
To film it? I think it was good practice for me, because it's a very strange thing to be in front of, especially when you're just in a room alone, to then all of a sudden be in front of other people you don't know and with cameras, because it's a weird thing, and I think it was a good experience to kind of break down that bit of weirdness.
And did you meet anybody through, for instance, that experience that you're still friends with today?
Well, no. I mean, I already knew Ken.
How did you
Actually, that was the first time we met, during that show. Yeah, me and Ken met the first time. He flew in to be on that show. Yeah, and we spent a lot of time together. It was really fun.
What made you hit it off with Ken in the first place?
Yeah, why? So Ken, so I did these shout out competitions. Ken hates this, but he was one of the winners. I didn't even pick him. I was going through the submissions, and Marcia was like, what about him? And I was like, I don't know, I don't really like him. But I was like, okay, fine, I'll pick him. And then Ken won, obviously, and he got like a big, not that big, but some subscriber boost. And he made a thank you video about it. And I didn't really know much about him, but I saw that thank you video, and I was like, oh, he seemed like a really cool guy. And I think we just started talking like very lightly. And ever since, I think we've just been friends. But yeah, shooting this PewDiePie and Friends, as shit as it was really fun to just fuck about with Ken. That was a really good time.
Was that the first time you ever went to Los Angeles?
Yeah, it was the first time for both of us, I think. It's really fun.
And after that experience, did you think that you wouldn't do any more like professional kind of shows again?
I guess not. No, I didn't think I would do more after that. I kind of learned, if the one thing I took from that was like, people don't care about all this fuss. People just want to be entertained. And anything that takes away from the quality that is in my normal videos, they're going to notice and they're going to hate it.
How has your attitude to preparing a video changed from back then to now?
back then, well, it's funny because people always reference my old videos with a bit of nostalgia, as in like, oh, his old videos are so great, he was so much funnier, and like, he was so much better. But they were so shit. Like, I don't see that at all, especially because I know it. Because I would literally just press record, shoot 10 minutes, stop recording, upload. Like, there's no thought, there's no effort, there was just me playing the game. But maybe there's a charm in that, I guess. But there was also like this thing where I could get stuck on a puzzle in the game for literally like 3 episodes. And my thing was like, I never cut, I don't cut. So it's just these painful parts where people were literally screaming at me like, it's so obvious, what the fuck is wrong with you? It was even the first PewDiePie meme was, PewDiePie, it's so obvious, because that's what all people would comment, because I wouldn't cut my videos. But now I like to sort of write down an idea, what I have, I run it through in my head. Sometimes I even go through different parts of it before, just to make sure it works. I want it to have a structure where it has a beginning, something has to be important in the middle, and then it has to end in a sort of nice way. And that feels like a packaged, more nice video to watch, rather than I'm playing, okay, now I stop. So I think it's a lot of difference.
And where does the kind of inspiration come from for videos that you're going to make?
I think it comes from anywhere. I really try and open my mind. I don't know, I get inspired by a lot of other YouTubers in these things, I think. You watch them and you're like, oh, if they can make it entertaining, I can probably do it too. Not to be naive or whatever, but I think a lot of YouTubers, they look at other people and be like, oh, that looks fun, I want to try and do that, my spin on that. So it's a bit hypocritical of what I said before. But I think that's how it works on YouTube. You kind of look at other people and you want to try the same thing. It's not like anyone that ever played Happy Wheels just thought, I'm going to play Happy Wheels just because I think it's a great idea, not because I watched someone else play it. Like, they play it because they saw someone else play it and they want to play it.
Who's the first person to play Happy Wheels?
I don't know the first, but I know Uber Hex or Noah was probably one of the first bigger ones. And by the way, when I played Happy Wheels the first time, people hated it. They thought it was the worst shit ever. Like, go back to playing horror games, this is garbage. And I was like, oh man, that sucks. But I really enjoyed it and I thought it was really funny. So I just kept doing it and it became my most popular show ever. Like, my most popular series ever on YouTube. And that's also a thing I learned, which was like, you shouldn't always listen to your audience. You should you can't explain it, but you should 100% listen to everything your audience says, and you should 100% not do that as well. And I can't tell you when is the right time and wrong time to do that.
Because it's weird, because so many people think YouTube's such a success because of how reactive you can be to what your audience want to see.
Yeah. If I listened to my audience 100%, I would not be where I am. I know that. Because I realized at one point, because back then, it was my thing to play horror games. And there weren't many horror games back then. There was like a handful. I'm not joking, like there was not many horror games. At least indie horror games, like the scary ones. I had literally scavenged every single fucking horror game to keep up this thing that I'm just playing horror games. So I knew like I had to find something else. If I want to keep doing this as my thing, I have to do something else. I have to try out different things. Fans don't look at it that way. They just want the same thing no matter what. Which, you know, fair enough, but that's not how it works. And also, personally, every day just being like, hey, how's it going? Ah! It was very, very frustrating at some points. Just keep getting scared all the time. That expectation as well.
But you think you had it was a great response for the recent Resident Evil series.
This one?
It like, yeah, to go back into horror games.
Yeah, no, I'd still trying my best to maintain all the aspects that I've done. I still try and play horror games every once in a while. whenever there's one that I find really interesting, instead of playing the shitty ones over and over and over, because I know they might ask for that, but that's not what they want.
So the way that you've kind of make videos and the videos themselves have evolved so much in the last several years, what do you think is next? How do you foresee that you're going to evolve what you do on your channel further?
Well, I'm done. This is it. I don't know. There's different things I want to do. I think the fun aspect is something I learned is what matters the most. If I'm having fun doing it, that's really all that matters. And I don't know where I'll end up, and I didn't know where I'll end up back then, but I know I want to keep doing it. So it's just for the future.
What do you think about like the wider evolution of YouTube and YouTube videos as a medium?
In what sense?
Like, where do you think it's going? Like, where the idea of creators? Where do you think what's next for that?
It's weird. It's weird because we're still so small, even though we're big or whatever. YouTubers aren't really taking that seriously still, I think, compared to how big our audiences are. YouTube isn't really... I thought it would be more advanced or further on at this point, because you can tell where YouTube is going. It's gonna keep growing. It's gonna keep getting bigger. But I'm surprised how it still isn't at the same time. So I don't know. It's weird. Where is it gonna go?
If you were to wake up tomorrow morning as the CEO of YouTube, what kind of changes would you make to the platform? Where do you think it needs to go next?
I mean, CEO YouTube, that seems like a hard job to do, honestly, with so many people involved. I don't know if I would want to do that, but I don't know. I think for me, as someone that has an audience, I find it very important that I talk to them directly to kind of let them know what is happening. And I think YouTube as a website should be thinking about it in the same way, as in they have so many people that use their website, but they're just a company. They don't really have a way to really communicate with the people that use their website and love their website and really care about their website. But it's such a wall in between, I think, YouTube and the people that use the website. And I think I would try and break down that wall.
When in last December in 2016, when you said you were going to delete your channel, your main, and people thought it was going to be the main channel.
Yeah.
Was there any truth in
that? Yeah, a little bit of truth. Yeah, definitely. I think I was feeling a bit fed up with, because I always prided myself in that a lot of people, all my fans were active or whatever. Like, if I had 100,000 subs, I would get 100,000 views on my video, or even more. And that was kind of important to me, because I was like, yeah, well, I may not have many subscribers, but at least they all watch me. Now I've been doing YouTube for so long, and so many people subscribe, and so many things happen. Like, I don't get 53 million views on each video. That would be great, by the way. But so I thought it was really, like, when you got bigger numbers than you ever expected, you kind of stop caring. I know it might seem ungrateful. That's not it at all. It's more like, I know, in a way, 54 million it is actually. 54 million subscribers is insane and is something really big. But I really just care more about my audience in a way that I'd rather just have a small channel and kind of fuck off in a way. I don't think I realized what it meant really to be the biggest channel, I think. So I was I think at that time specifically, I was very fed up with it.
When did you become #1? And what was that? What happened on that day?
It was 2014, I think. don't remember. I think I was in Los Angeles at the time.
I've heard a story from someone else about you actually being with Smosh on that day.
Yeah, it wasn't on the day though. But Smosh was the previous biggest channel, so we shot a video together where they kind of passed the crown to me or whatever. Smosh was actually one of the first channels I watched on YouTube. I used to love those guys. I still do, obviously, but they inspired me, I think, in a better way because I thought it was so cool. So yeah, very very unreal.
If you could articulate why you think the channel has the popularity it does and experiences the growth that it does, how would you describe it?
It's always kind of weird to me because if you meet me, it's a very different experience than if you watch my video, and I think that what was the question? I don't want to get too sidetracked.
Just really like I was just asking for you to describe like basically why you think the channel is such a success.
I think there's a couple different reasons. I would have to say luck because of timing and all that stuff. Would I be as big if I started today? Probably not. But also, I think, what's the word? Commitment. I've done videos every single day as best as I can since I started, and I think that grind has really you don't get 53 million subs in a day. You built that over years and years and years, and that's what I've done. I think no one really cared about my videos until I did something that was different. I found my own thing, which was the horror games. That was the first time people said, I want to see more. When is the next one coming up? So and I see so many people, especially when I do these subscriber competitions, everyone does the same thing. They just do what everyone else is doing. No one really cares, and there's too many people doing that. So I think I did my own thing. I did it for a long time, and I was lucky.
But then you still sometimes do get involved with the various memes and stuff that happened on YouTube because you feel it's important to sort of make light of them, or
memes?
Well, like for instance, Smash or Pass or whatever.
Yeah. I just need a video that day. What are you talking about? Just wanna Smash or Pass. That's a great title. I'll take that shit. Can I make it funny? Yeah, absolutely. I'll make anything funny if I need to. Yeah.
And so, like, where did the idea to do the Photoshop videos come from?
Well, I thought I would play on my. I think that goes on the do my own thing because I don't know, not that. Sure, a lot of people are good at Photoshop, but I don't think that many people are. So I thought at least then I can bring my own expertise and do something different. So it just made sense in a way.
And when did you first meet a subscriber in real life?
My first subscriber. It must have been when we were in Partille in Sweden. I don't remember when though, but probably I remember I would get recognized in that area more and more by all the young Swedish lads in the area, and yeah, it was very cool, very different. It's so strange because like even now when I get recognized, like me and Marcia were out this weekend and I just forgot that I'm a public figure because I got stopped and there was a line just waiting to take pictures of me in this clothes store, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is the life I have. I forgot about that because we tend to kind of move in areas that doesn't get too crazy, but yeah.
There have been like a few people before who've been YouTube creators who have kind of had incidences where the pressure of having to make videos, having to keep supplying content for their audience, and also the directness of the comments and the personal nature sometimes of the trolling has led to them kind of having some difficult times.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever, how do you deal with the comments? How do you deal with all the attention? How do you stay centered?
Ooh. I try and listen, try and filter out what is actual criticism and what's actually trolling or whatever. I think it's pretty important to, even though, because a lot of people brush off hate like, oh, I don't listen or whatever, but I think it's been important for me to kind of grow in a way, to kind of listen to what some stuff are that actually is criticism. I think you have to have an open mind to that, but I also think you have to have a strong mind. I met a lot of people, yeah, like just can't cope with it. It's too much for them. And I understand that, I really do, because it is a lot, definitely. To every single move you make, you're gonna be judged for. Like, I'll be judged for every single upload I make, single thing I say. And that can be very frustrating. It can ruin your day in a way if you feel like you messed up or whatever. But you get over it and then you move on and you make another video. But it's definitely not for everyone, no.
Do you think there'll come a time where you won't want to make a video every single day for the channel?
Obviously, yeah. I mean, I can't keep doing it forever. Am I gonna be here when I'm 50 or whatever? Who knows? I don't think so. I think a lot of my fans are already kind of like, how long is he gonna keep doing this? So that's already not a good sign, but I still really love it. And what else would I do? Like, I love doing it. Maybe I'll do it differently in a way that doesn't take up so much time and effort, because it really does at this point. But I think I would always want to keep some part of it there. Yeah.
Do you think if you were to start a family that you would involve the family in the videos?
Well, I mean, that's the golden ticket to YouTube. You get a baby, that's like views. Come on, man. No,
How will you know it's time to do something else?
When I find something that I enjoy more than YouTube.
But if you're making YouTube videos every single day, when will you have a chance to find that something else?
I still do other stuff outside of YouTube at this point. Like, I'm still trying to, I've worked on a lot of other projects outside of YouTube. Obviously not as committed, and it can never be the same thing. I can never put that full commitment in it, which can be frustrating. But no, there's definitely things.
Did you get the same kind of feeling from releasing a game like Tuber Simulator as you do from creating videos for your channel?
Yeah, definitely. Seeing all the I think, yeah, sharing something that you worked on, it's the same thing. Seeing people's reaction to it, that's the great thing. It wouldn't be the same without the audience, the reaction. I still read comments on all my videos, and it's not because I want to torture myself. I'm kidding, but it's because I enjoy it. It's fun.
What was it like to come outside your house and find a reporter from the Wall Street Journal there?
Well, I never actually saw them. I just heard them at the door. But I wish I saw them. It was a very bizarre time when all that was happening. It was a bit, like, it's not the first time I have a reporter at my door, so I knew how to handle it for sure.
Why did they come before?
Well, there was one guy that had flew in from, like, Mississippi or some shit. He was just knocking on he was from ESPN or something. And he was just like pretending to be a mailman, and then he was all of a sudden in my face. And then I was like, fine, I'll just walk my dog with you for 10 minutes. And he got what he wanted, I guess. And yeah, I had reporters ringing my door at other points, and I'm like, how did you get my address? This is so weird. It's really weird. So it was alright. It wasn't as bad. I think a lot of people saw that tweet I did because I was like, Wall Street Journal is at my house, blah, blah, blah. People are like, oh my God, that's not okay. That's terrible. I'm like, I don't care.
Do you remember the first interview you ever gave?
Yeah. Sweden local newspaper. Yeah.
What was the headline?
I don't remember, but PewDiePie has blah, blah, blah subscribers probably. Yeah.
Do you keep articles and stuff like that?
My mom kept some of them, but not really, no. I have the only ones I have, the only one I have is the Times article, I think. Yeah.
What was the kind of experience of like going on to the Late Show with Stephen Colbert? Had you watched that show ever before?
No, the thing was like people kept saying, Stephen Colbert, this is a huge deal for you, Felix. You don't understand. I'm like, I don't want to go. Like, I don't know who this guy is. I had no clue. Now I watch him and stuff. I love him. He's amazing. But at the time I was like, I think that really helped because I didn't seem that nervous at that interview as I was on Conan because I know who Conan was. So I was just like, oh my God. But at Colbert, it helped me keep my cool because I didn't know who he was. So it didn't feel like a big deal. But I remember before going on stage, obviously very nervous. My family was there and all that stuff. But it's really cool.
How do you find those type of interviews with the press and with hosts like that? What kind of, like, is there a persona that you kind of have to slip into, or? No,
I think it's weird because I don't, which I think is almost like the problem because there is a clear, I never thought I had a persona, but it is clear difference between PewDiePie and Felix. You know, when I make these videos where I go outside, I scream naked in a suit or whatever, that's clearly PewDiePie. Felix would never be able to do that. Like, I have to kind of enter that character. I think with interviews, I tend to just stay as Felix because he makes more sense. And that part of me is always more like, okay, I guess. So yeah, tend to be more relaxed.
And how, going forward, how will you approach doing interviews and relations with the media and stuff?
Well, I remember actually here in UK, The Sun wrote to me, and I didn't know that The Sun was like this unreputable, or what it's called, like not very
tabloid.
It's a tabloid, yeah, and I didn't know. I just knew they had a lot of readers. I'm like, oh, that's cool. The Sun, that sounds good. So I did the interview, and it took like a long time. Like, it took a couple hours, and I have to make videos. Like, it's a big commitment for me. I know it doesn't seem like it, but to do that, and then to just see the headline the day after being, this is how much money he makes, which is something we never even talked about in like these few hours. You know, I thought I was there to tell my story, and then you just see that, and I was kind of like, what the fuck? Like, that's really disgusting. Like, that's what you took out of that? We didn't even talk about that. So that was very frustrating, and I think it just kept going from there. Like, even with Wall Street Journal's, our first article was about money. Anytime I see my name, it's about money, and I understand that that's interesting to people, but like, beating it to death always, and it almost became a thing where people started asking me just to antagonize me about it as well. Like, you can tell that they were like, I'm gonna be rude now, how much money do you make? And it's like, you wouldn't ask anyone else that. You wouldn't ask any other public figure that question, but for some reason it's okay to ask me, and it just feels like, all right.
I think there's a difference in the kind of perception of, you know, I think it's new what you do, and people getting paid for it is new, and I think people
don't understand that you can get paid to do it. So the fact that I make a lot of money doing it is so shocking to people, and they want to get that out there. I get it. I understand why. But it's like, okay, we've done it 100 times now. Like, can we talk about other stuff as well?
Was there ever a point in this where it became about the money, you know, doing 7 videos a week? Was there ever a time where it was like, was that ever a big motivation?
No, I don't think so. I honestly, like, people probably call me out and think it's bullshit, but like, you can take away many zeros from my paycheck, I would still do it. Like, I did it even when I didn't make money, so clearly I did it out of passion. Don't get me wrong, like, money's great, and it's a great security, especially when you weren't able to pay rent, and that feeling of stress that you have around that.
Fighting over the noodles.
Yeah, fighting over noodles.
Having to look after Gustav.
Having to look after shitty dogs, Gustav. And then, yeah, to then have that security is it's great to have, no doubt. And I know I complain a lot about all these things like money or whatever. That's all people talk about. Like it's a problem, but there are worse things, clearly.
Do you, when you're thinking about the ideas for your videos, shocking people and triggering people ever something that comes into mind as a reaction you want to get?
No, it's never an idea. I think most of my jokes that I got in trouble for has just been something that kind of slips out, because a lot of it, you know, I have an outline of what I want to say and do, but I'll never follow it, and it's always just random, and then something comes out and you're like, I wasn't supposed to say that, but it came out really funny, and then you watch it and I always laugh. Like I always think it's hilarious, and I know a lot of people think so too, but there's always that one or whatever, how many people that will react a different way, and I always feel like it's a shame. I don't make the joke to kind of piss people off, like that's not the goal, but it's an inevitability, and I do like to push boundaries. I do like to see where you can go with things. I think that's really interesting, but yeah.
Do you think that if you had more censorship and had used less profanity, that you would have established the same connection with your audience?
No. I think people want honesty. They wouldn't have a connection to me if I wasn't honest to them. And I think if I censor myself, you know, even my videos now, they are censored. You may not believe it, but like a lot of it is cut out because we know it doesn't fit, and we know people won't, you know, it would start drama or whatever.
But doing like another video that was kind of Hitler themed and had, you know, the Conan video, the Hitler history thing, like, do you feel like, what made you want to do that after all of the fuss that had come about from the previous videos?
I wanted to do that video to show that despite all the drama, I wasn't going to censor myself. I don't really care for Nazi jokes. I think they're kind of like done. Like it was funny for a while. Yeah, I think with that video, I just wanted to show that, look, I can still joke about these things. I still think, you know, despite everything that happened, you know, my audience never had a problem with the humor, because then they would have, you know, called me out on it. And I just thought, why should I censor myself to someone that isn't my audience? And I kind of wanted to show, like, I can still do this. It doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't make a difference.
But then if people that have more of a distant kind of relationship to your content and to you see that and think, okay, well, that's you legitimizing those kind of jokes that happened before, and that maybe you do have, there is more to it than just making Nazi jokes, like, does that concern you?
I just strongly believe, I just really don't believe that that's the case. I really don't believe that making jokes legitimizes that kind of, you know, neo-Nazi thing or whatever. I don't see that connection. I know people would like to, but I don't. I really don't. And maybe that's naive of me to think, but I don't see it.
And what about if there were people, like, what would you say to people who kind of looked at that and then kind of felt hurt by some of the stuff in a way that you definitely didn't intend, but they felt that anyway? I mean, what would you say to them?
I don't know. I guess I would say, you know, sorry. It's not my intent to make anyone feel hurt. Obviously, from watching my videos, it's never been a goal. Like that would be kind of a stupid goal to make. My goal is to entertain. My goal is to make people laugh. That's what I really care about. That's where I really get a kick out of. When you make so many videos all the time, you do make missteps here and there, and sometimes it doesn't work. Clearly, it's bound to happen. But yeah, you know, obviously, if anyone feels hurt, I genuinely feel sorry, and I don't want people to feel that way.
Like, one of the other things I thought was really interesting was that when you started your company Revel Mode, one of the core 3 things besides creation of games and content was that you wanted to do charity initiatives. Is this something that's always been important to you, or is it something that has grown with the amount of influence that you have?
It's not always been important to me. I didn't really think about it much at all until there was this competition, King of the Web, which you would get like $7,000 or something, $7,500 if you were voted number 1. Which $7,500, that's a lot of money. To win that kind of money from your audience, a lot of people did that, and it was really cool. So I was like, maybe I should give it a go. But it felt greedy in a way, to use your audience to get more money. Like, clearly, if you have an audience that is big enough to make you win, you have enough that you don't need that money. So it just seemed kind of greedy, and I thought, well, can I turn this around in a way? And I thought, okay, well, what if I do it for a charity? So I looked into some charities, and I thought, okay, well, this is a good cause. We'll do it to save the tigers or whatever. Yeah. Tigers are getting extinct. So why don't we do that? And it became like this really positive thing. Fans got even more engaged because it was charity. And it just turned this thing that might seem a little greedy into something really, really positive for the community. And I thought, this is really cool. I would love to do more of this. And that was pretty early in my YouTube career. And I was like, I want to do more of this. This is really cool.
Do you think that YouTubers do enough for charity and for issues?
I think you can't say that, no. It's up to each one what you want to do. It shouldn't be like you have to do it. I think that's the wrong approach. If you have something that you care about and you have the audience, I think it's a great opportunity to use that for good. And I think a lot of YouTubers do so much for charity, more than I've seen in a lot of other communities. And I think it's really cool to see all the engagement. I think enough, well, I don't know what's enough, but they definitely do a lot. Yeah.
Do you ever watch TV?
I don't have a TV license. They keep mailing me this, you want to pay us, right? I'm like, no, I don't need it.
So if YouTube had never been created,
yeah,
what do you think your path would have been?
Whew, that's hard. I don't know. If YouTube never was created, it's funny looking back, because I almost got a job at an advertising agency, the biggest one in Sweden, as an I don't know what the term is, but like low down, but it was a huge opportunity. It was between one guy and another, and I didn't get the job, and it was soul crushing, because I was like, this could have been my way out to do something creative, and I loved Photoshop. But then I was lucky enough that I got YouTube. I don't know where I would have ended up. I do remember, like, when you're at the age where you haven't really figured out what you're gonna do with your life, it's a really tough time, I think, not knowing what you want to do. And I remember how unhappy I was compared to now. So I definitely wouldn't have been as happy, at least.
And like, what would you say to creators that are starting out now?
It depends what they want, I guess. If you're starting off YouTube now, I would say the same thing I said back then, which is like, you need to find your own thing, I think. I find that I'm always drawn to YouTubers that do a different thing. It might not be your, and I understand, I remember that frustration of feeling like you have more to give, because it took a long time for me to get bigger on YouTube. Like, I did it for a year and not a lot of people cared. And I remember I felt like I had so much to give, like I can do this, I know I can, and that frustration was killing me. So I guess I would say that to them, like, you just stay committed, try and find your own voice, and hopefully you'll be lucky.
Does the channel that is going to knock you off #1 exist today?
That's a good question. I guess I don't think anyone is ever gonna beat me.